Yo, what's up, everybody? Oh yeah, music, right? Uh, music. Sorry, Mashe. You right? You right? God, I don't know. Crap. Mashe, don't you dare. Uh, Hang on, I'm looking. There. There we go. How's that? We also live on Twitch. Hello, Frieza. What's good, dog? Waiting. Okay, so I did a little changing around with the sub goals, and today to celebrate 800 subs. I can't believe we hit it. We're gonna be just watching a bunch of videos and such. Want me to watch something? Just let me know in the chat. If it's, of interest, then I shall watch. But for right now, we got... Stop the music. We're gonna be watching a Minecraft ARG. Because this is the first video I thought of to watch. We're gonna leave a like. This is by Catman. Channel. Ignore this. Might watch it. Well, I don't know. Let me... There we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Imagine starting a Minecraft game with a friend. You build your base, explore, everything
hear it,
seems
right?
normal, but little by little, strange things start happening. Structures vanish, ores and blocks that shouldn't exist appear, caves are unnaturally deep, and then something watches you from the darkness. You ignore it and
Oh, what
keep
the hell
playing
is that?
until you realize that your world is no longer yours.
Okay, so little context. A Minecraft ARG is a series of videos of people playing on very old versions of Minecraft where they do some crazy, scary lore stuff with whatever the hell. And, they expect people to solve them, right? These are usually done on very small channels, and I don't know how people find them, but they do, and bada bing, bada boom, got a Minecraft ARG. So he's playing on beta 1.6 smiley face.
And you've lost all control over it.
1.6.
What if you were actually
What?
being used for a purpose
Oh,
you
hello.
don't even understand? Clayton M634 is a YouTube channel that tells the story of an unofficial
I personally
version of
love Minecraft ARGs. They're very entertaining.
Anomalies. These anomalies are clearly visible in each video, and they only seem to be
Oh,
getting
what
worse
the
over
what?
time. Given the overwhelming success
Hello.
of the previous Minecraft video, I've decided to bring you another ARG.
Oh,
so
Catman,
I hope
right.
you enjoy it. Before we begin, I want to thank everyone who responded to the pinned question in the last video. Remember, if you want to be featured in the next one, just reply to the pinned comment
What the
with
hell?
the following question. Have you ever experienced something strange in your Minecraft world? I'm really looking
I don't think so, actually. Other than maybe, like, an odd glitch or two in world generation, but nothing like substantial, you know? Chat? Anything for you? Your diamonds went missing? That it? Who knows? Maybe Steve and Alex stole them. Bob Mod reference. Anyway, here we go.
forward to reading your stories.
Anyway,
Without further ado, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to
don't
help
forget
the
to leave a
channel
like and
grow
subscribe.
reach more people. Every like is one more coin to escape poverty.
What the?
If you're not sure what to comment, just type meow in the comment section and I'll give you a heart in return.
Oh, Masha is
Comments
gonna
are
jump
super
right on
important
that. I just
and
know it.
help the video a lot. So don't forget to leave yours. Welcome to Something is Wrong with Clayton M634's Minecraft world.
Yep, sure is. Okay.
In the first video, everything seems normal. A player named Clayton M634 uploads a video showcasing his base. During the tour, we see various areas such as a mini roller coaster, an animal pen, a storage room, and his bedroom. As I mentioned at the beginning, there's nothing unusual in this video. However, in the next one, something happens that truly raises questions. Clayton claims to have found a massive cave and heads toward it.
All right.
Its structure resembles modern Minecraft terrain generation. However, in the top left corner of the screen,
Beta 1.6.
it shows that he is playing on Beta 1.6, a version where this kind of terrain generation is impossible.
Yeah, this does look like a
After this,
1.17
a new
cave.
video is uploaded from the perspective of another player named
At least the
Samuel
shape of it.
Sampson 12. The description mentions that Samuel is Clayton's friend,
Okay.
and that they both play on the same server, though not always at the same time. In his video, Samuel explores the world in search of the perfect spot to build his base. Eventually, he comes across a massive cave similar to the one near Clayton's house, and, without much thought, decides to settle there. In the next video, Samuel shows us his progress. However, as he descends into the cave, he encounters something he never expected to
What
find.
hold on, go back. Hold on, go back. Y'all see? Damn, look at the sharpness on this. What the heck? So yeah, Beta 1.6. Normally, terrain generation in caves would not be like that. So that should have been the first sign that something's off. Secondly, this is very nostalgic, honestly, because when Minecraft first came, fully released in 2011, I was 6 years old. Okay, that is crazy. And seeing this, it takes me back, you know, playing Minecraft on my iPad. Damn, I was not an iPad kid, all right. Those did not exist my day. Damn, I'm old. I'm gonna be 20 this year, chat. What the hell?
I just finished building my house, and I'm going to show it to you. Here we go.
Loud sound alert. Something's breaking stuff. Oh, mamma mia. Wait, go back. I saw something. Ah, what is that? Huh? What's that? This is some eyeball it. Excuse me. Is that a skeleton? Oh, wait, no, that's the weird meat creature we saw earlier. Redness. Ooh, I don't like this. Yeah, look. How did he not notice until now? He was standing right there. Ooh.
Samuel stumbles upon
Boogie.
something unsettling. A strange black and gray entity with
The meat
a large,
creature.
eerie white grin lurks in the distance. When he tries to get closer, the screen suddenly distorts, and loud, high-pitched noises begin playing in the background.
That they do.
Terrified, Samuel runs back to Clayton's base as fast as he can
Smart
to
kid.
tell him what just happened.
Yeah, see, this is how people die in horror movies. They go towards the thing that's trying to kill them. Then again, if people in horror movies were smart, then, you know, there wouldn't be any point in the horror movie anyway, because it'd just be like, oh no, there's a monster, die, and then and then the movie's over. So,
When he arrives, both of them head up to the second floor and begin discussing what Samuel saw.
Brick Steve.
Sit down. What did you see at your base?
I don't know, it was weird.
Brick Steve.
Very odd. It was this baby-looking entity, I guess that's the word. It had some fluid all over it. Looked like blood, but I couldn't tell from that far
believe you.
It was there, no doubt.
I still don't believe you.
I swear to God there was something.
Do you want me to go check?
If you want, but I'm not going anywhere near there.
Damn.
Samuel struggles
blame
to
him.
explain exactly
Do
what he
not
saw,
return to the place of
and
death.
Clayton doesn't believe him, so he decides to go to Samuel's base and see for himself. Upon arrival, we see Samuel's base, but there's nothing inside. Clayton decides to explore a bit further.
Alright, alright.
However, something stops him.
Alright, alright, alright. Another Oh! Mamma mia.
Overcome with terror and confusion, Clayton
That's
is
crazy.
confronted by a strange entity with a single, enormous eye blocking his path, but this isn't the same entity that Samuel saw.
Is that?
Panicking,
Oh, it's
Clayton
the
flees,
eye cow
even trying
pig.
to hide in the darkness
Hey
of the
Sally,
cave.
welcome to the stream.
However, that thing finds him again. Running out of options, he takes refuge inside Samuel's base, hoping to wait it out. After some time, Clayton, seeing that the situation seems safe, leaves the house and returns to the surface. If we check
Right.
the video's description, we find a strange code.
Ooh,
When deciphered,
that looks like a YouTube
it appears to
URL.
be a fragment of a YouTube link. Following it leads to a video where,
Aha.
surprisingly, nothing unusual happens. We simply see Samuel waiting for Clayton to return.
That's another part of these Minecraft ARGs. They leave subtle clues to like unlisted videos in congratulations, thank you very much. Thank you indeed. It's I'm very happy today. Today is a great day. Back to what I was saying. They will leave little fragments of URLs that you got to put together to find unlisted videos, which just add on to the lore. I'll go back to another ARG video I've already watched to show you what I mean. But speed bricks, peaceful mine.
After some time, Clayton
Okay.
finally makes it back to his base. However, something strange happens. The small roller coaster he showcased in his first video has disappeared. While it could have been
Want to make it
intentionally
801?
removed, it seems suspicious given the type of story we're witnessing. Another oddity is that Samuel, who was
Hold on,
supposed
go
the type
back, go
of
back.
story we're witnessing,
What, this right here? Little cube, Bob.
Another oddity is that Samuel, who was supposed to be waiting for him, is nowhere to be found.
Man, look at these textures.
Then again, maybe he got
So
bored
nostalgic.
of waiting and left the server. In the next video, we see Clayton playing a new version of
Hang on, let me check when Minecraft 1.6, beta 1.6 came out. May 26, 2011. Oh my goodness. No kidding. God, I'm old.
Minecraft that is clearly unofficial. Minecraft Beta 1.6 Smile.
Smiley face.
During his session, he grabs some food from his storage. However, in the blink of an eye, we see him accidentally open another chest, revealing
This is back in the day when coal blocks were just black redstone blocks.
coal blocks and emeralds, materials
What
that
the
did
heck?
not exist in Beta 1.6.
Why did the
But the
diamond got a bite taken out of it?
Strangest thing is a peculiar, half-broken green diamond. Undoubtedly, this is due to the unusual version
got
of
hungry?
the game Clayton is playing, an altered
did a
version
hungriness?
of Beta 1.6. After this, he decides to go mining, but upon leaving his base, he notices that where the small roller coaster once stood, there is now a small hole, as if a creeper had
Ooh.
exploded there.
A boom.
Next, we see the perspective of Samuel. His goal is to cook the raw meat he has stored in the base. While
Yep.
doing so, he notices something
Dude, back
unsettling.
then didn't
The
stack. It
hole
was
seen in
terrible.
the previous video seems to have grown slightly larger. Shortly after, and to his misfortune, Samuel encounters
what the
another
what?
entity. This one is different from the ones we've seen before.
You're almost at
though
900.
it shares
Congrats.
one distinct feature with the first entity,
It's a weird smiley face.
its smile.
Blah.
Perhaps these smiles are connected to the name of this version of the
Yuckers.
game. However, this theory is somewhat contradictory, given that the first entity appeared before they switched to the smile version. Later, Clayton
So
and
they got
Samuel
3
have
entities
a
up in there.
conversation in which they confirm that neither of them has done anything to enlarge the hole. They also discuss the mysterious creature Samuel saw. Because of this, Clayton decides to contact the technical support team for this version
Every time
of
he says
Minecraft.
Samuel, I think
He
of
then opens
Colonel
the
Samuel
official
Sanders
website,
from that one
where
SML
we can read the
episode.
following.
Minecraft Smile
Colonel
official
Samuel
website.
Sanders.
Minecraft Smile is a branch of Minecraft Beta 1.6.
What the what?
We, Team Smile, got direct access to the
Minecraft
source code
Smile.
for launch. We are happy to take feedback and suggestions to improve the game. If you
I don't want
engage
no
with any
damn
of these,
smile
please
in my
reward
world.
them.
On the website, there are 3 available links. One
Okay.
for logging in, one
Log
for
in.
reporting bugs, and another for accessing the changelog.
Okay.
The page appears to be exclusive to developers, as there is no option to register. The changelog lists all versions of Minecraft Smile. If we navigate to the current version,
Change the name of Green Bricks to Speed Bricks. Fixed a bug causing large holes to appear. Ah, so that's what happened. Added field of view slider. Huh.
that Clayton and Samuel are playing, we see that certain secret elements were added, such as a new
That wasn't
type
a
of
thing until
ore
like 1.2,
and
wasn't it?
high-speed bricks, whose functionality can be observed in one of the videos.
Hello.
What follows is a 4-minute-long video in which absolutely nothing happens. It simply shows the hole
Or
on
so
a
we
rainy night,
think.
while a strange song plays in the background. The next video is recorded from the perspective of a new character named
Oh, what?
QA,
QA.
which stands for
Oh.
Quality Assurance. QA introduces himself as
His
part of
hand
the
is
support
made
team
of the
for this
speed
version.
bricks.
In the server, alongside Samuel, QA mentions that he has come to fix a reported bug. Samuel leads him to the hole, which has grown significantly larger by this point. QA looks confused and remarks that it seems like something has been digging the hole.
Another thing about these ARGs is that they're usually recorded in the modern day, but everything is changed to be back when releases were first came out. So this could have been recorded like last year, but everything in the video will say it's from like 2011.
He has no idea how to fix
Also, you know this is old because they don't allow short usernames like this nowadays.
it, but says he will discuss it with his team. At this point, 2 unsettling questions arise. First, why didn't Samuel mention anything about the entities he encountered? And second, why does the support team of the game
Disbelief?
connect directly to the player's
Maybe.
world to inspect the error firsthand? Something definitely doesn't add up. Next, we see Clayton and Samuel playing in a new version. Through their conversation, we learn that the whole
Cool.
issue has been resolved, which is also confirmed on the website. Then, the 2 friends discuss the version of the game. It is revealed that the version they are playing is not yet available to the general public. Apparently, they are some sort of testers. From this point
Interesting.
on, they simply start messing
What
around
the-
with these strange green blocks. After a while, Clayton goes upstairs, but
Bro went
strangely,
flying.
the torches are gone. He
Hello.
asks Samuel about it, but Samuel is still testing the high-speed blocks. The obvious question arises, who or what removed the torches? And not only that,
Well, there's 3
later
viable
we learn that the
suspects.
ladders have also disappeared. All this
I don't
is
think Samuel
extremely
did it.
bizarre. In this latest video, Clayton and Samuel joke about leaking the beta, saying they'd probably get killed for it.
Yeah,
I highlight this because
I
it may be
don't doubt
important
that.
later on.
I really don't.
In the next video, we can see that the wooden blocks and planks have changed to a grayish tone, and the hole has grown again.
Yeah.
Shortly after, QA joins the server and
He's got
explains
the
that
smiley
he
face.
has found a way to fix the issue, but before doing so, QA asks why Clayton's house has gray planks. Clayton responds
What?
that they simply changed when he updated the game. QA is unable to fix that problem at the moment, but he can address the
Oh,
hole. To do this, they place a special block directly inside it,
The
ensuring
smile
that
block.
This will stop it from expanding. During their conversation, a person named Smile is mentioned, who is apparently the main developer of these versions. At the end of the video, Clayton asks how much longer these versions will remain private. QA responds that they don't know since Smile has never provided that information. I still wonder why a support team member joins the server and fixes bugs by placing a block instead of
hold on. Let's activate the conspiracy theorist in my head. Okay, so if you see here, the smile person in question is clearly the leader of a cult that they're building Minecraft versions to reap the souls of unsuspecting players and do all that stuff they do with a smile block. And no, that isn't Dream. Shut.
doing it through the game's code.
Ain't no doo doo doo
This
doo.
is all highly suspicious.
Tell me about it.
Tell me, did the fix work?
Ah,
It appears so.
Are you sure?
I joined after they got offline, and the hole was patched up.
I know it. It's a cult.
Do you want to know the cause of the bug?
Is it the crazy smile guy?
It's because of a bug in Smile 1's code. Weird things spawning because he was trying to add new zombie types or something. At least that's what I was told.
New zombies.
But how do those weird zombie things cause the hole?
They dig the hole.
Okay.
Why?
Let's analyze what we just saw.
Let's.
In this new video, QA has a conversation with Smile2.
Hold on. Pink wood. They also got green, yellow, blue. Green, blue, and black bricks.
Who appears to be one of the main developers. During their discussion, it is revealed that the holes appearing in players' worlds are caused by bugs in the code written by Smile1. Additionally, Smile2
very odd
mentions
bug
that
indeed.
strange things appear because Smile1 attempted to add new types of zombies or something along those lines. This means that these new zombies are responsible for the appearance of the holes. And by zombies, they are referring to the mysterious entities that Clayton and Samuel previously encountered.
I see.
In the next video, we see that the hole has disappeared. Clayton must
Good.
have felt some relief at that moment, though it wouldn't last long.
You don't find that suspicious? Oh, what is that? Holy.
Clayton hears a terrifying sound behind him, and as he turns around, he sees a one-eyed creature charging toward him. This
Oh,
is
it's
the
like a
same entity
gremlin.
he had previously seen when inspecting Samuel's base. Fortunately, he manages to take cover in time. After a while,
Yeah,
he
look, the
decides
planks
to
are
step
red.
outside to check if everything is in order.
Sorta.
However,
Pink.
suddenly there is an explosion near the hole.
Salmon.
Clayton quickly rushes down, and at the bottom,
Guess who's back?
he sees that the special block that had
Back
been placed
again.
to stop the hole's expansion is now on the ground. When he picks it up, he realizes that he can no longer place it back.
What?
It's clear that this is the work of the entities. We're back to square one. The
Rebellion.
bug has returned.
Mile 4, no hope, collapse, and reconstruct. Okay, so the entities are rebelling against their creators. That's not a good sign, of course. But what we can see from all this is that the wood is changing colors for some reason. The hole is back somehow. Came back like Slim Shady. And there's three entities in the world that gotta like do a thing. Gotcha.
Here, we have a conversation between Smile2 and
The
Smile4,
spider.
where they discuss the bugs reported by testers, such as the texture change in the planks of Clayton's house, along with other unresolved issues. We also learned
Charred.
that Clayton and Samuel are not the only testers. Finally, two texts appear, which, when combined, read, "Problems don't solve themselves, but ours do."
Ooh,
This
cryptic.
phrase is quite intriguing, but it's still too early to theorize about its meaning. You'll have to wait a little longer. In another video, Clayton and
About
Samuel
10
discuss
minutes.
the whole issue again. Even after the support team's intervention, the situation has not improved. Later, the two friends step outside and see just how massive the hole has become. They attempt to cover
You know
it
what
up,
else is
but
massive?
soon, something unexpected happens. It seems there is no hope.
Oh,
It is now evident that
The
this
what?
is no longer just a simple bug. After all, even the developers themselves don't understand what's happening
Get
in their own
out!
game. Over time, this strange anomaly reaches Clayton and Samuel's house
Holy.
and begins consuming it.
That thing is eating
Then
the
we see the
house.
perspective of Samuel, who, along with Clayton, starts rebuilding their base. But in the process, they come across something even stranger, a hidden place
Ooh, more
beneath the
smile
house.
blocks.
Inside, they found a massive room made of smile blocks, resembling some kind of meeting room.
Hello.
At this point, it's not far-fetched to think that the development team is behind all of this. Remember,
Gotta be.
only the developers have access to this special block.
That they do.
And do you remember who created it?
Smile.
Exactly. The mastermind behind it all is most likely Smile 1.
New base, connection, new friend. Okay. They got. So they built it. So they're building a new base. They got another guy on the server, unless that's Clayton. Another guy is joining the server, and the hole is getting a lot bigger. Gotcha. Let's learn.
After everything that happened, they
Oh wait,
managed
there's chapters. Oh. Oh, never.
to rebuild the base, and it even looks better than before.
Yeah, it looks great.
We also see that
In
the game
comparison.
has been updated to a new version. Sometime later, Smile
1.6
2 joins the server
mild
and
1
talks
dot
to Clayton
underscore
about the
1.1.
situation. Smile 2 claims he has come to fix all the
Oh,
previous
it's Smile
errors,
2.
and they even discuss the mysterious hidden place that appeared after the destruction of their old home. During the conversation, Clayton's camera starts shaking slightly as he looks at Smile 2. I think it's more than obvious now. In the end, Smile 2 asks him to leave the server so he
Sauce.
can fix the supposed problem. Clayton decides to log out of his server and joins another one, where we meet Jude, another tester who plays alone in his
What's
world.
up, Jude?
Seeing this, Clayton invites him to play on his server so he doesn't have to play alone. Later, Jude gives
That's a
Clayton
pretty cool
tour of his base,
username, I ain't gonna lie.
and Clayton informs him that he'll have to wait a bit longer before returning to his server since Smile is still fixing a bug. In the next video, Clayton finally returns to his server along with Jude. However, they discover that the small hole from before has become massive. It's
Oh,
clear that there's nothing
I'm not gonna
left to
say
do
it
there,
again.
so the friends have no choice but to
My
move to a
goodness.
safer location.
Like 2B2T. Our city, no light, untitled, and items.
Some time has passed since the last video, as we can see that the game has received a couple of
Low.
updates. Here we are introduced to the new base of Clayton, Samuel, and Jude.
Oh my god, I have
At
brain
some
rot.
point, Clayton asks about a
No.
long tunnel that appeared in the storage area. Jude replies that he built it while they were offline, but he doesn't really know why he did it. After this statement, an awkward silence falls between the three players. This definitely raises some suspicions about Jude. Could he be involved in all of this?
Possibly.
Later, Clayton mentions that he misses their second base and suggests visiting it someday. However, the torches start disappearing again, and not just the torches, all the lighting is gone. At one point, we see Jude enter the server, yet he never actually appears anywhere.
What?
Because of this, Clayton and
Ooh,
Samuel begin to
spooky.
grow suspicious of him. At the end of the video, Samuel spots something in the distance and heads toward the forest, only to be killed by something.
Ah, the meat monster again.
He rushes back to retrieve his item.
Okay, I'm gonna name the monsters quick. So the crazy meat dude with the white face, it's just gonna be called the Meat Man, and the gremlin dude with the eye was just gonna call Eye Guy. Not like the Skylanders Eye Guy, but and the smile face dude we're just gonna call Mr. Smiley. Okay? Okay.
items, but his inventory seems to have been replaced with different objects. Too many errors and strange occurrences
might
have
forget
happened
those
at this
names.
point, and they realize that reporting them to the Smile team is no longer a good idea. Things only seem to get worse when they do. In the end, they decide to visit their old base to see what state it's in.
Wasteland. Surveillant Bureau. Smile: Gone 82465.mp4. Smile for us. Samuel. The core. Samuel.
The place is completely barren. No trees, no grass.
Ah, damn
Everything
it.
is
It's
desolate.
Minecraft regrowth.
The base has disappeared entirely, and in
Who
its
remembers
place
that mod
lies
pack?
a massive hole, so deep that its bottom is not even visible. Clayton and Samuel build a small shelter to take refuge in,
Okay.
And afterward, Samuel descends to the bottom of the hole. There, he finds a chest containing a smile block.
The thing that differentiates Minecraft ARGs from Entity lore videos like Herobrine Hunters or whatever is that these are elaborately constructed, while the Entity lore stuff, whatever, is likely scripted, honestly. This is also scripted, but in a different way, to where it's intriguing and like mysterious. Whereas Herobrine Hunters or something like that is more so just for entertainment purposes. I know that sounds I can't put it into words. It's more for the fun of it rather than the mystery. You know what I mean?
When he hovers his mouse over the item, disturbing background noises can be heard. He stores it in his inventory and returns
Diamonds.
to Clayton. Next, there are 2 related videos recorded from different perspectives. In the first, we follow Samuel again. The temporary shelter they had
Okay, I know I keep pausing. I'm sorry for that. But how much you guys want to bet that these videos are out of order?
built is being replaced by random blocks,
They usually are.
some even vanishing altogether. It seems the crater is converting blocks into others before making them disappear. This could mean that the blocks Samuel found at the bottom of the hole are the last remnants of their former base.
Minecraft randomizer.
At one point, Samuel descends once more, and when he looks up, he can make out the silhouette of that strange, one-eyed entity.
That's I guy.
The second video, however, is recorded from the perspective of this very entity. Curiously, this one is titled Surveillance. Once there, Samuel places the smile block, and everything changes.
Oh, he's able to. Bonk. He could have mined the diamonds. He has an iron pickaxe.
In the following video, we remain in
Oh, hello.
Samuel's perspective. Everything around him appears to have been restored, and the smile block is now secured under a gray plank structure. Shortly
Interesting.
after, Clayton joins the server, visibly angry about what
Oh,
happened.
he's swearing.
What the fuck? What happened? I don't know. Did you do this? Okay, yes, I did this, but it was an accident.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh, because he placed the smile block, right.
What the hell did you do? Did this happen to the entire world?
Honestly, this is better than the alternative.
I don't know. Listen, I'm sorry.
At least they got blocks to stand on.
You betrayed me. We spent so much time working on that world, and now it's fucking gone.
Ooh, betrayal arc. Uh-oh.
After this, Samuel is never seen again.
You are dead. Not big surprise.
Clayton then attempts to break the smile block. At that moment, Smile 4 joins the server and asks what happened to their world. As they talk, a figure with a glowing white grin can be seen lurking in the darkness.
It's Meat Man.
The entity watches Clayton and,
It's the Meat Man.
within seconds, attacks him. This is the very same being that Samuel saw at the start of the story. Clayton
Weird
manages
Meat
to
Man.
shake it off and then explains to Smile 4 what happened. Smile 4 is shocked by this turn of events, as they believe Smile 1 had taken care of these things long ago. Smile 4 tells Clayton that everything happened because Samuel placed the block at the exact coordinates needed to activate an unfinished function.
Of course he did.
Originally, this spot was supposed to open a portal to a new dimension,
How convenient.
but since the code was incomplete, the entire world was reset. At
Damn.
some point during their conversation, Clayton asks about Samuel's whereabouts, but Smile 4 says they don't know, though they'll try to find out what happened to him.
Never seen
Finally,
Samuel spelled
we
with an
arrive
A
at the
instead of an
final
E
video.
before.
Here we see a lonely Clayton who has built a small house around the smile block, and that is all we know. It's been over a year since the last video was published, which suggests this might be the end of the story, though
Possibly.
the conclusion feels somewhat unresolved. Ultimately, Clayton loses everything: his friends, his bases, and, in general, his entire world is completely destroyed. What's the explanation behind these events? I'm convinced that Smile 1 is the cause of everything.
Oh, same here, same
Throughout
here.
the story,
He's gotta
we
be.
never see him directly,
Ain't no way he isn't.
but QA, Smile 2, and Smile 4 constantly mention him, claiming that he was trying to fix errors. However, the game's glitches and anomalies don't seem to have happened by accident. Plus, it appears there are more people involved beyond Smile 1, as suggested by the strange meeting room hidden beneath Clayton and Samuel's house. This hints at the involvement of multiple individuals or entities,
If the other smiles have
possibly
anything
pointing
to do
a
with
larger
it?
conspiracy. On the other hand, if we analyze the behavior of some staff members, like QA or Smile 4, it becomes clear that even they don't fully understand what's happening. However, Smile 2, who seems to be second in command, raises some suspicions. I believe his
Indeed.
involvement becomes evident in that one scene where the camera slightly shakes. Then there's the Smile Block, an object created by Smile 1 himself, which appears to control Samuel's mind at the end.
Wait,
When he hovered by
hold on,
Smile
hold
1
on, hold on, go
himself.
back. What is this? It's like a brick block, but it like the bricks aren't there. But the lines with the grout are there, but the bricks themselves aren't. That's odd.
Which appears to control Samuel's mind at the end. When he hovers his mouse over the block, a strange sound starts playing.
Right?
What if the block is actually communicating with him?
Ooh.
And finally, we have the mysterious phrase,
Put the sound into a spectrogram.
"Problems don't solve themselves, but ours do." This raises an even bigger question. What's the real reason behind Smile 1 and his team's actions? For now, here's my theory. The game world seems designed to self-destruct, populated by entities that chase and torment the players. In this way,
Evidently
Smile
so,
1's
yes.
team doesn't have to intervene directly. Their problems solve themselves. And what's the problem? The players.
The house is gone, Dumbledore said calmly.
Players are an obstacle, but the world and its entities take care of them without the team having to lift a finger. However, this leads to even more questions. Why are the players a problem in the first place? Does it have something to do with Clayton and Samuel's intention to leak the beta in the future?
Maybe the game knows that they were talking about leaking the jar, so it's like, you know what? No more world for you. You want to leak this, then you're gonna pay.
I don't think so. That wouldn't be a strong enough motive, especially since this situation doesn't only affect Clayton and Samuel. Other testers are involved too. Also, what real solution do the game world and its entities provide beyond just harassing players in-game?
That's a
And there are
great
still
question.
more unanswered mysteries. What happened to Jude? And what role does he play in all of this? His behavior
Mache,
was
never say
extremely
that again.
strange. And what really happened to
What the
Sam?
hell, dude?
Why is Smile 4 able to investigate his case? Couldn't he have just logged out of the server and been fine? Alright, I think it's time to stop. This whole thing feels like a puzzle with missing pieces, and it's likely we'll
This is a
never be
bad
able to
Mache.
complete it.
No.
What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and theories in the comments.
All right.
Of reading them.
All right, let's break down what we've watched. So, more than he did actually. So we got the thing with QA, quality assurance. We'll call it it. It came onto the server looking for bugs and other stuff to ask how they are liking the snapshot, whatever it is. And Clayton and Samuel are like, "Oh no, hole." And so QA is like, "You know what? That's a problem." So he placed the smile block in there, try to fix the hole, and then this happens. But like, the entities probably did this as well. And then you have Smile 2, Catman said, he's second in command. Smile 1, these Smile people remind me of Brainiac from DC Comics, you know, where there's a whole bunch of them, and there's like they're all Brainiac, but they're just different numbers. And so obviously Brainiac 1 would be in 2, 3, 4, 5, yada yada. Where the first one is giving all the lower ones orders and stuff to, you know, make sure the game is working, or trying to get somebody's IP address. I don't know. This it all seems very suspicious. But let's move on to another one, shall we? I don't know. We'll go to Wifey's channel. He has some good ones. Okay. So this is by Wifey's. Very cool dude. Love this guy. Doing a lot of ARGs recently as well as other stuff. Go check him out.
It's
Here we
January
go.
6th,
Terrifying footage of the Minecraft player that vanished. The Nick56.
2023, and a video is posted on YouTube by an account called the Nick56. It's a relatively innocuous let's play of Minecraft Beta 1.5, but unbeknownst to anyone watching at the time, this channel would spiral into one of the most complex and horrifying Minecraft mysteries on YouTube. But to understand the true horror of this
is
YouTube
definitely my
channel, we
favorite
have to
one of
start at
his.
the beginning. This video is actually
Probably.
a sequel to my previous video on the Nick56, and I really strongly recommend watching that one first and then coming back here if you
Alright. Fine. Twisted my arm. Okay. Horrifying discoveries in Minecraft beta footage. This is still the Nick56. It's just the beta, or the part 1. Still by Wifey's. Oh! My goodness.
The clip you just saw comes from a channel called the Nick56, a Minecraft beta channel that started off posting seemingly innocent Let's Play videos from 2011, but over time has turned into one of the creepiest and most sinister Minecraft mysteries on the internet. But to understand the story, we have to start at video 1, trying the new Minecraft update, Beta 1.5. This video is normal. As the title states, it's just a Let's Play video from Minecraft Beta 1.5. Our protagonist, who I'll call Nick, gathers various resources and builds a charming beta house for himself. The anomaly in this video comes 5 minutes and 10 seconds in. Nick is looking out onto the ice and he suddenly freezes. The footage isn't frozen, as evidenced by the movement of the water textures. It's
He's just
that
not
Nick
moving.
has suddenly become fixated on this spot.
Okay, so already susness going on here. Bro, let's see. So beta 1.5 that came out around 2011. Maybe in like February 2011. Fuck. April 19th, 2011. Okay, so long time ago. Take a look in bro's inventory. Nothing really of noteworthy. Let's continue.
Video then resumes like nothing ever happened, but we get a weird note from Nick in the description.
Sorry about the pause in the middle. The batteries in my mouse died.
This
Ah.
seemingly explains the anomaly, but
That was a
remember
quick
this spot
battery
on the
change,
ice
dude.
is going to become very significant in the later videos.
Pretty quick.
Though the strangest and most cryptic part of this video is the comments section. Nick's YouTube account left 2 comments on the video: console.//manifest and console.//log.
Manifest.
In isolation, these 2 comments are extremely odd, but they become far darker and more sinister when put in context with the other videos.
Back when
Case in
shears weren't a
point,
thing, you had to
video
punch
number
the sheep
2,
to get wool.
making progress. We return to Nick in the dark. His house is expanded.
Bro
and
is
we get a
not
little
in the
tour of
dark.
land. Right away, though, we catch a glimpse of something extremely strange.
Hello.
Did you notice it? Black
there's a-
textureless
there's a-
blocks on the ice.
Yeah.
Recall that this is the exact spot on the ice that Nick's mouse died in the last video. Is it a coincidence?
I
Almost
think not.
definitely not. But Nick doesn't seem to notice the black blocks in this video as he pays them no attention. Coincidentally, while he looks out at the ice, the noises of the water below him go crazy for almost 20 seconds.
Ooh, something swimming. Is it a piggy?
Is this intentional? There's no way
Yes.
to tell. But Nick doesn't seem to care about the black blocks in this video as he
There
pays
are
them
no mistakes,
attention
Master
besides a
Oogway.
glance. Nick continues playing as normal, but this video has one more oddity before it ends. At 1 minute and 35 seconds, this happens. It may seem like nothing happened, and this is because the detail itself is very inconspicuous. Nick gets the benchmarking advancement. This isn't anything weird in isolation, but in context it's very strange as advancements are meant to be rewarded the first time you do the task, and Nick has definitely crafted before. I mean, he did it in the last video. Yet in this video his crafting table is completely gone, and despite having this furnished house, the game says he hasn't crafted yet. So
Wait, what?
what's going on here? Nick also mentions this in the description. He's just as confused as we are. So while there aren't any
I
jump
would be
scares, the
confused
small
too, yes.
bulge of black blocks and the strange benchmarking interaction are definitely starting to make these videos eerie. And at long last, the piece starts crashing down and the horror ensues. This is video 3,
Virgin.
From the first frame, we already get a ton of new information. This is Nick's desktop, and if it wasn't obvious from the wallpaper and Minecraft version, the date and time in the bottom right confirm that this is set in 2011. Putting this video in context, given that Nick called the first beta update new, we can assume that
I can't
the first
see that
video
at all.
takes place when the update first released, April 19th, 2011. Thus, the second video we just watched would be taking place at least a day later, as beta 1.5 was released April 20th, 2011. 4 days before.
Was
what
bro
we're
using
watching,
unregistered
Virgin.
Bandicam or
If you don't know
something?
what that means, by the way, I didn't either, so here's the definition: to grow rapidly. If you haven't yet connected the dots, something in the last video
I'll be honest, I didn't even know that was a real word. I thought it was just like a portmanteau of burning and dungeon. But like, where have we seen fire or dungeons? So I should have known.
has absolutely grown rapidly.
I'ma
In
go
the
my
first
bad
few
on that
seconds
one.
Of game footage, we get some strange details. 23 seconds in, the audio just cuts for some reason. Nick's door is also gone. Could be a remodeling choice, but it's just odd. But the creepiest part of the
goodness.
video is definitely here.
I just realized. Look at the desktop, bro. This is Windows. This is like Windows Vista or something. Windows XP. You got the old logo. You got Internet Explorer. That's a throwback. Oh shit. Homework. You know damn well there's no homework in that folder. It's just a bunch of memes, videos, and other stuff. And MSN Messenger. Like, wow.
Nick gets to his
MSN
house,
Messenger.
He takes a look out the window
With the
and suddenly
dial-up.
The few black blocks from before have turned
I'd be
into a
surprised if bro wasn't
sprawling
playing this on an
mass
Apple II.
outside on the ice. Something is horribly wrong with Nick's world. Nick goes out onto the ice to investigate, and we get this disturbing scene.
Ooh, no blocks. Ah,
Static plays across the screen, and the video abruptly ends. But not before we get a
Wait,
glimpse of
wait,
a
wait,
strange
wait.
string of text in
no. Disregard the string of text. Hold on. If it was the game glitching, then why did the whole screen have the glitch on it, and not just the application? That don't make sense.
Not before we get a glimpse of a strange string of text in the top right and the word
That or was the recording software? Wait a minute. Speaking of recording software,
ends. Not
what is he recording with? MSN? You could record with MSN? Really?
before we get a glimpse of a strange string of text in the top right and the
Alright, that's
word
a YouTube
hours
URL.
in the bottom right. This string of text is a YouTube video link that leads to an unlisted video just titled Hours. And if you thought this last
Hours.
video was disturbing, just watch
Communism.
this. Right off the bat, this video is completely unlike anything I've ever seen. If we're even still watching Nick, he has been warped into some other
Hello.
dimension completely consumed by black blocks, surrounded by trees with very low-hanging leaves. Steve's. The Minecraft version in the top left is unknown, and we catch a glimpse of a name tag, ours, in the far corner. When our protagonist
yeah, I
turns
see
his
that.
head, there also seems to be a black figure flying, watching
Hello.
over the entire dimension. As
Black
the
Steve.
There's a flash as the ours character seemingly teleports behind us. Nick turns to him, but
Oh,
he
what the-
doesn't react. The audio of the dimension is extreme
Let's take a look at ours.
behind us. Nick turns
He has like a mask of sorts or something, or that's the side of the head. Oh wait, no, I see it. It's like Steve's hair almost, but it's very odd. I don't know if I could turn graphics. That didn't help.
to him, but he doesn't react. The audio of the dimension is extremely creepy, but if you pay close attention, amidst the horrifying ambience, you can pick out some distinct buzzes. This is Morse code, and throwing the audio into a spectrogram,
I
we
love
can
Morse
clearly
code.
see the dots and dashes.
Hello.
The encoded message is simply ours, over and over and over and over for the entire video. But the whole dimension gets even creepier when the chat messages start coming in. They come from someone called Vil1. Are they the figure we saw in the sky? Maybe, but their nature isn't nearly as interesting as the messages they send.
Impossible.
Bill
Why
underscore
you?
one.
It took the others, but not you. Why? Forget this all. It must not know of this. A second chance.
This poses even more questions than answers. Who is it? Who are the others? A second chance at what? Before the end of the video,
There are
we can spot
others.
many more
Oh,
Hours players
yeah,
in
there
the
are
distance.
others.
The whole dimension is crawling with them. The video cuts to static again and ends, and we can see the words failure and return in the top right. The dialogue in this video reveals a ton about the lore of this series. We can begin to speculate that Nick, assuming the videos are sequential after the events of Burgeon, must have been transported here, and maybe he isn't the first. It may be that many players have been transported here by it before they were turned into the Hours players. Nick
They were
is somehow an
consumed
exception,
by the-
hence
by
why
the-
Vil1 was surprised.
No.
But who is Vil1? Is
This.
he a player that was immune to its power? It's too early to tell for
Possible,
sure.
possible.
Something else that's strange is Nick's very calm demeanor throughout the whole video. Yes, he interacts with the Hours people, trying to figure out what they do, but the entire video he's just calmly wandering through.
You
the
didn't
land as if
see
it was all
anything.
normal. Personally, if this happened to me, I would freak out and just look around without really exploring, but Nick seems to be very unbothered with the situation and content with just calmly moving forward. There's also
You know something, chat? Maybe I should make a Minecraft ARG. Nah, too hard.
another comment on Nick's account. Console.// still observing.
Manifest me
still
some goddamn
noting.
answers.
Another cryptic message from this
Exactly.
quote-unquote console. What does it mean? Is it even Nick leaving these comments for us? What
Possibly.
is this place? Who is Vil1?
Is it the
and
console
who is
itself? Who
it? There are
knows?
far too many questions to answer right now, so to get some answers and solve this mystery, we have to watch video 5, Watching. This video's title is already strange. The / at the end of Watching is reminiscent of the console messages we've seen. While not as outlandish
But there's only
as
one
the
slash.
Hours video, this video is arguably even more important
Silence,
for revealing
Frieza.
what on earth is going on here. From the date on Nick's computer, we can see this video takes place 5 days after Burgeon. It begins with Nick
Let's take a look at the apps bro got. So he actually has the Minecraft launcher this time. New text document. Oh, that's what he's writing in. He has Star Wars Republic something. Probably an old game, I don't know. And this looks familiar, but I don't remember what it's called.
communicating to us, the viewers, asking if anyone has seen this error message from Mojang. You'll see it in a few seconds. According to Nick, nobody else
Access
on
denied.
the forums has gotten this error. This itself is important information. If Nick can't find any help, it either means that 1, he's the only one targeted by the corruption and by it, or 2, anyone else who was targeted was somehow silenced before they could report the bug. Nick complains to us a bit more that he can't get through Mojang support, but then reveals a crucial
Half-Life?
piece of
Oh my
information.
god, I
This
should have
glitch
known.
has been happening since the crash on the 24th. The events of the Burgeon
Thank you.
video did in fact happen on the 24th, but describing them as a crash is
Yeah.
extremely strange.
7:02
This
p.m.
brings into question the legitimacy of what we saw in the
Can't really
Hours
see it,
video.
but-
Did Nick really experience all that? If so, why is he only calling it a crash? If not, and his game really just crashed after interacting with the black blocks, what on earth were we watching in Hours? He then finally pulls up the error for us to read in full, and the message is very unnerving.
Access denied. Minecraft was unable to start because there is current action item in your Mojang account preventing you from accessing our services. Action
Interesting.
item, suspicion of intrusion with malicious intent.
Intrusion.
Make a new Mojang account at minecraft.net or type download in the allotted space below and press enter to cleanse your account's history and start fresh. This will re-download Minecraft's latest version and Java runtime launcher.
April 29th, 2011.
Due to the infraction on your account, we will be watching you closely.
This sounds a bit sinister, even for Mojang.
Yeah.
Nick rambles to us for a little longer before
Was gonna
finally deciding
say.
to cleanse his Minecraft account. We get a brief flashing message from the console
The cleansing has begun.
before the window closes and a new folder appears on Nick's desktop. The README confirms
Hello.
that the cleansing was a success, and ominously that Nick is being watched. Nick closes out the text, and right before the launcher pops up, we see static with the message "not for you" in the
It's
bottom
not
left
for
corner.
you.
But what's even stranger than all of that is the new launcher that greets Nick after
What the
cleansing.
what?
Right off the bat, the launcher labels itself as Minecraft Beta 1.503. Nothing really off until you realize this version of Minecraft doesn't exist.
Yeah.
In the real Minecraft development timeline, it went 1.501, 1.502, 1.6.
1.6.
Minecraft Beta 1.503 never existed. Nick is playing a fabricated version of Minecraft.
Illegal.
This is further supported by all the official
Ooh.
Minecraft links being 404'd. The final login
Spooky.
message is also very cryptic. It seems eerily personalized.
No need
This
to
whole
log-
launcher seems
Ooh.
very hastily
No need to log in, the Nick56. We did it for you. Crazy.
thrown together, but if so, then by who and for what? I'm getting a hunch it isn't from Mojang. But to finally get some answers on what on earth is going on here, we need to watch video 6 B1.503 jar 00. It's worth noting that this isn't actually the original title of the video. From an old video by Indomitable Sloth discussing the ARG, we can see the original title of the video was B1.503 jar 33%. At the time, Nick also had 33 subscribers, so if we get him to 100 subscribers, will the jar be 100% complete?
Possibly.
Well, I don't know about that, but what I do
Oh, hey,
know
it's
is that if you
wifey's.
are enjoying the video, then
What's good,
subscribing
dog?
would be
What's good, dog?
extremely appreciated. A lot of people watching these videos aren't subscribed, so if you could consider
That's
subscribing,
true.
it would truly help out a ton, and tell me you want to see more of these types of videos. But thank you so much.
Uh-oh, he got consumed as well.
The video begins with Nick in windowed mode before it transitions with some static into the gameplay. This version of Minecraft is off-putting to say the least.
Yeah.
Ignoring the double beta in the top left,
Gotta
after
say.
Nick glances around, he opens a chest in front of him. The title of the chest reads Gift, and
Cave Game
inside is a
Tutorial.
written book. The book is titled Cave Game Tutorial, and the author has just been cited as creator of Cave Game. You probably know, but Minecraft was originally
Notch.
called Cave Game when it was in development.
There
What
was.
you might not know is that written books weren't added to Minecraft until a year after this video was filmed in Minecraft 1.3.1.
Interesting.
This feature should not be here. This
No,
is
it shouldn't.
verified when Nick tries to left click with the book. He hasn't ever seen this feature and he doesn't know how to interact with it. The book reads as
They were
follows.
stealing
This is
from Mojang
1.503,
Studios.
A new version of Cave Game. Please have fun and do not deal with matters that do not concern you.
Very ominous, and the second page isn't much better.
New game version that is made with of the over Cave Game versions from the error.
Okay, so the glitch sounds, that is the Greek letter sigma, and unrelated to the meme sigma. That, I have no idea what that is. Looks like some kind of Earth picture, some kind of indicator telling you to hit the right mouse button, something like that.
Signed, the compiler of the current manifestation.
The more you read, the more this book descends into gibberish. You could technically interpret this line as made with some of the other Cave Game versions as if
Some.
it was some twisted
That works.
math joke, but the second symbol is lost on me. The author versions
Hold
as if
on.
it was some twisted
I ate some pie and it was delicious. Man, I'm a nerd. Wow. So, square root of -1 is I. Why? Dunno. 2 to the third is 8. This means sum. This is pi. And it was delicious.
Twisted math joke, but the second symbol is lost on me. The author also signs the book The Compiler of the Current
You guys learned
Manifestation.
something today.
There's
Bravo.
that word again, manifestation. It doesn't seem like a coincidence that it would appear again, but who is the compiler? Why sign it so ominously? Nick opens his inventory and instantly the anomalies get worse. 3 things that are ridiculously out of place. The shield slot not added till 1.9.
in the crafting book.
The recipe book not in the game till 1.12.
Yeah.
And worst of all, the new layered Steve skin, a feature not in the game until
Oh, shoot.
2022. What on earth is going on here?
2022?
The date on Nick's computer leads us to believe that these
was
videos
3
were
years
recorded
ago.
in 2011. If that's
Why?
the case, what's with this onslaught of yet to be added features? As Nick turns around, we catch a glimpse of a black figure.
Ooh,
on a
hello.
hill.
Oh, my
Is
headphone
that
popped out.
it? Nick begins cutting down a tree and static, and in the bottom
We have captions?
right, we can catch a glimpse of some text. Vil1 has left the manifestation, and just a bit later, we
How the
see
hell did you
same
read
area
that?
And the black figure is gone. That shadow was Vil1, and again, another anomaly. Another new feature of Minecraft, unlocked crafting recipes. Even
Oh.
Nick is startled by
Yeah,
this
the
pop-up,
toasts.
hovering over it as it isn't and shouldn't be something he's ever seen in Minecraft. Then the video just ends. What did we just watch? Did Vil1 leave Nick the error message and now he's really watching him? Is Vil1 the compiler of the manifestation? If
What we watched is some time travel nonsense.
so, why did he give Nick the book? And what even is the manifestation? Well, that last one seems actually answerable. It's my hunch that the manifestation refers to fabricated versions of Minecraft. When whoever created this manifestation, they were making this cursed version of Minecraft for Nick to play. Why? Well, we don't know, but from the launchers and jumble of new features, it's clear this was a sloppily thrown together version of Minecraft. This video also has some more information in the description. A message from Nick to us.
This version of the game is very unrefined. I don't feel like it was intentional for the launcher to send me this version. I have
You
issues
think?
that I never had on my old world. Stuttering, black screens, missing chunks, hell, even things breaking and moving when they aren't supposed to.
Nick is just as perplexed as we are. Interestingly, we don't ever see the other errors he was talking about in the video. That footage either doesn't exist or was for some reason omitted. What's also worth some discussion is the thumbnail of this video. All the other videos so far have had some pretty representative thumbnails, frames that exist in the actual video, but what is this? This is not
I
a
have
frame
no
we
idea. It's
see
his
anywhere
profile
throughout Nick's
picture.
video, yet it's an image we've seen before. It's Nick's profile picture. From what I can tell, this seems to be a screenshot of a cave system. You can see the strip mining branches
Yeah.
near the bottom, but its significance in the context of this ARG
What was he in
is
spectator mode?
totally lost on me. What does this thumbnail represent? And back to original questions, why does this version of Minecraft even exist? Well, to finally confirm
I have
some of
no
our
idea,
theories,
dog.
we need to watch video 7. Generating Manifestation B1.503 is probably the only video that gives us more information externally than within the actual video. The title itself is intriguing. Generating Manifestation
Naturally.
B1.503. Supposedly, this means it's generating the version of Minecraft we saw Nick playing in the last video. Beta
Interesting.
1.503. Does that mean that it canonically comes first in the timeline? Without dates, we can't know for sure.
See, they're out of order. What did I say?
The video itself is lackluster. An ominous humming plays
I mean,
in
I
the
said that about the
background
last
before
one,
the
but you
word
know what I mean.
generating flashes on screen several times. Nothing really remarkable. It then goes black for half a minute before the video ends. The comments on this video give us some more information. One viewer asks Nick,
What happened to them? To the rest of them?
Nick responds,
Console.//gone. Error. Exec.
and then again comments.
Execute?
Console.//user. Error.
The original question is weird, and Nick's response does little to clear it up. Console, gone, error, exception. This
Oh,
could
exception.
be detailing a sequence of events. The others in
Not bad.
question might be in reference to the other players who have experienced the bugs we've seen, the players who were eventually corrupted into the Hours players. These players are now gone, an empty
This is good content, right, chat? Checking.
that, but there was an error, an exception to the rule. Nick is the exception to
He
the
is the
corruption,
exception.
the only one not to get converted by it. Though I could
Yeah,
just be pulling this
rebellion.
out of thin air.
Suck
Nick's
on that,
second
Vil.
comment doesn't tell us much. Console user error, an error logging in. What is Nick trying to tell us? And wait a second, who even said this was Nick? It seems weird that Nick would communicate
true,
to us like
true.
this in a cryptic console.
Is Nick
command
leaving these
format.
comments?
While
Who
it's
knows?
likely him in the description of the videos, I have a hard time believing he would respond in weird ciphers. So who is uploading these videos to the channel and responding to comments? There's definitely a story here that's beginning to come together, and we just need one more puzzle piece to bring it all together. For
Who's to say Nick's the one that's recording these videos in the first place? Well, probably the open MSN application right here.
that, we have to turn to video 8B 1.503 jar
Regardless.
01. This video, like the previous,
Oh,
also
what?
had a different name at one point. Jar 99%. Why the change?
Hold on. These are new textures. These are the 1.14 textures for the flower or the dandelion, lapis, bones, all that.
You might never know. Let's just take it at face value. The video takes place in the same messed up version as the other one, with Nick starting off the video leading his dog through the dead
But
of
the
night
other
back
blocks
home.
are the old
And 15
textures.
seconds in, we catch a glimpse of some null blocks on the leaves of a
Ooh,
tree.
hello.
Despite the text in the top left, this is clearly not beta Minecraft. The textures are totally different, but there are just plenty of features that are completely out of place. Interestingly enough though, the skeletons use the beta bow model, and the old oof hurt noise still plays when Nick takes damage. Yet
Yikes.
another version amalgamation. And just as Nick returns home, we get this. A distorted Minecraft screenshot flashes on screen with an ominous text.
Aha.
This confirms some of our earlier suspicions. It, or Vil, or someone has access to Nick's channel and is interfering with these videos, communicating directly to us.
As
the viewer.
I
By extension,
suspected.
Why wouldn't they also have the power to reply in the comments? I mean, it's not like Nick would put this text in himself. When we
Oh,
return to
totally.
the video though, the entire footage is corrupted by RGB scan
Oh,
lines,
damn.
and all the sounds are horribly distorted. Nick tries to craft an iron axe, and we briefly see that it apparently does 9 attack damage and has 1020.9
What?
attack speed, clearly a corrupted value. A weird xylophone-esque tune
Yeah, no
plays
kidding.
as Nick walks
Hey,
around,
Paul.
suspiciously calm. If these corruptions are also
Welcome.
present on his end, he clearly isn't showing it. We then catch a glimpse of
Thank you for your
sweet
contributions
berries,
to the
another
shorts.
really new Minecraft feature, and 2 more looks at the corrupted
Sweet
null
berry
blocks
bushes.
before the video ends. This video is odd.
Ooh.
Very odd. Something worth noting that I briefly touched on is how unbothered Nick is through all of this. From
Yeah,
what we can see,
he's
the
very
corruption
nonchalant
doesn't
during
even
this.
look like it's present in Nick's game. At least there's no stress reflected in his behavior. Does he even see everything going wrong? Regardless, whoever made these versions of Minecraft made them hastily and somehow has
I already
features
built a
that wouldn't be
Corvette,
in the
dog.
main game for essentially a decade. What's more, how did Nick even get his hands on this broken edition of Minecraft in the first place? Initially, it did seem as if he was playing normal Minecraft beta, yet along the way he must have gotten his hands on this corrupted copy. The next video, Generated Manifestation B1.503, is potentially the most important video of them all. It seems
Even
to
more
be a
broken?
sequel for the generating video we saw earlier. The word generated
Possibly.
slowly spells
Let's
itself
take a
out
look.
on screen while we hear the noise of a computer whirring up in the background. And that's it. It spells out generated, then vanishes. But then the single-handedly most mysterious and important part of the
Oh, right, cut off at the most
last
important
upload
part.
on Nick's channel was this
Hello.
one. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that. This title is in hexadecimal. Translating it to English text, we get Data Leak 01. The
Hello.
background of this video is the weird world.
Wait, there was text. What did
we
it
get
say?
Data Leak
My fault with screenshot continuity.
Leak
Sad face.
01. The background of this video is the weird world we saw in ours, while layered
Yes,
over
it's
it
the
is
building
a
this month series.
conversation between Vil1 and it.
Silicus, how much longer can the manifestation be held open? It could collapse at any moment. We can't risk having
Ilicus.
his connections to the outside are minacious.
Probably
He's
Vil
the
underscore
terminal
1.
Between us and them, create a new manifestation for the time being. Keep him distracted. Understood. I will need to figure out a more
permanent solution to this blip.
This completely both confirms and overhauls some theories we've had about the story so far. We now know the identity of Vil-1, Villicus, or the Latin word for overseer, and he's directly working under it.
He's the
This
creator.
means that Vil is likely the figure we saw flying over the world of ours.
Yeah, he's the moderator.
Overseeing that dimension. The manifestation that we hear it talk about are the corrupted versions of Minecraft Nick has been playing. We now know that Vil can create and generate these manifestations, likely through the console, but over time they begin to collapse, as evidenced by the presence of null blocks. This also explains why they seem so hasty. Vil has to immediately generate a new manifestation whenever the current one begins to collapse. We also importantly learn
That is just
Nick
poor
is a
management.
threat to its operation. His connections to us, the viewer, makes him a liability. It's through Nick that we can see through its schemes. So it commands Vil to make another instance to keep Nick in limbo, and Vil does, ending the video with another console command, hinting at yet another corrupted manifestation to come in future videos. So what is the whole story being told here? It's clear that
It's Herobrine
is quietly distributing a corrupted version of Minecraft. How it ended up in Nick's hands is a mystery, but maybe it was marketed as a free version of the game when in reality it was all a facade. A trick to convert more and more players into his minions or ours. What he wants to do with them.
I could definitely see some young child, like, downloading a mysterious, unreleased version of Minecraft, because curious thing, right? Because kids are naturally naive, and so they basically would be like, oh hey, cool new Minecraft version, this is totally legitimate.
Is a mystery, though I doubt it could be anything good. A trick Nick fell for, managing to obtain this corrupted version of the game made by it. But as his manifestation collapsed, he was okay. He didn't become ours. He was an exception. Vil immediately notices this, evidently shocked that someone survived the nullification, as evidenced by his messages to Nick. It took all the others, but not him.
They're out of order.
Doesn't turn him in. Instead, he says that it must not know of Nick's immunity. It seems like Vil might just be on our side.
He's an underling.
Man, but in reality frustrated with him, wanting to stop his operation for some reason or another, explaining why he gave Nick
some sort of rebellion.
He wants to help him. The nullification failed, so Nick is returned to another manifestation, as we can see from the static. Failure, return, a second chance. A second chance to expose it to the world. And this gives us an answer to another one of our questions. Maybe it's Vil himself who is uploading these videos onto YouTube. It's clear that he knows how to operate the console, so these commands in the comments might just be him. He is uploading footage of Nick so that the world can see its schemes as they are. Horrifying attempts to convert people into mindless hours players.
But how is Vil gaining access to Nick's files? And more importantly, his YouTube account.
But in all of this, there's one more mystery. One key that could solve the entire story once
That's another
and for all,
mystery.
and tell us what its major plan is and how to stop him. And that key is this. This code that appears in the end of the generated video. This
I thought that said mumbo jumbo for a second.
singular code is the final puzzle piece in solving the mystery. The description of the generated video has a cipher, which
Hexadecimals again?
hex translates to cave game generate and a message.
Though
What's
it
the
is not as it
gain?
seems.
Good
The
question.
answer is correct, however, it is also incorrect. Perhaps a rearrangement?
And in the comments, another cipher, a Caesar cipher. Shifting all the letters 7 characters over gets us this: reorder.use. All of this combined tells us something crucial about the message in the video. There must be some way we can reorder and use it, some rearrangement that makes this code the key to solving the mystery.
I love
spent
mysteries.
Tens of hours trying to decode this message.
Ruby-roo.
Every cipher solver online, asking ChatGPT,
That was
even
terrible.
coding my own bot to try to unscramble the letters.
Oh, wow.
Yet at the end of the day, I was only able to rearrange the characters to form this. Obviously, all of these are incorrect. I'm nearly positive that this message,
Hold on, let's
this,
read 'em.
obvious.
consoletumblrleak.com/vil1. Stop the null block stream. or HTML console butt sparkle.
Obviously, all of these are incorrect. I'm nearly positive that this message is a re-scrambling. The characters there are sufficient to spell hours, vil1, console, and https, www, and .com. Granted, there's no colon, but I'm almost sure this message is either a console command or a URL starting with www.
If you don't know, there has to be a colon after the HTTP slash is. Because that's how it separates the graphics transformation, whatever it's called, with the website.
A URL to a website that could finally top off this mystery and solve it for good. Cracking the case.
JerrySeinfeld'sLegs.com.
But I just can't solve
What?
it. Trial and trial and trial again. I just couldn't get it. So I'm turning to the only place I can. The thing it is most afraid of. I'm turning to you, the audience, for help. Even if it's only once, copy the code in the first line of the description, plug it into a random letter scrambler, and generate. Leave your findings in the comments, even if it's just gibberish. There are hundreds of
this
thousands
video
of you
is
watching, so
maybe like a couple months
just
old,
maybe
so
one of you will happen to crack the code. We
oh,
haven't gotten
10
an
months
update from
old,
Nick's
damn.
channel in months. Either this ARG was abandoned or the final message is the key to solving it all. We can only finish this mystery together. So
Alright, so that's the end of that. Just go to the, because there's a part 2, right? We saw that beginning. Wolf Plays, thanks for the subscription. Watched part 2.
you haven't seen it, as it'll make everything in this video make way more sense. But if you need a refresher, here it is. The first few videos posted by the Nick56 account.
Wait a moment. Fresh thing. Hey, 802. What's
Seem relatively innocent.
This is such a good day, chat.
Let's Plays from 2011. However, in Nick's third video, he runs into some unnatural black blocks that after touching them, the video cuts to static. A secret message in this static was part of a YouTube URL to an unlisted video called Hours, and watching it showcases this eerie dimension consumed by the black blocks and filled with a bunch of black players also named Hours. In chat, we're introduced to vil1, a character that seems to be in total shock that Nick is here, claiming that some entity, was able to capture all the others, but for some reason not capture Nick.
Y'all should follow on the Twitch as well. Link in the description.
Nick is actually experiencing this dimension though, because he seems very calm and doesn't talk to vil1 in chat. In the following video, a new Minecraft launcher appears on Nick's desktop for a version of Minecraft that doesn't exist. The launcher is full of strange and creepy messages, and the game itself is far worse. Despite these videos being from 2011, Nick's game has features from future versions of Minecraft, some that wouldn't even be added for 10 years. Not to mention the mechanics and sometimes the videos themselves are highly
Hold on. That's a soul campfire. This stuff goes all the way up to like 1.16. Damn.
Not to mention the mechanics and sometimes the videos themselves are highly corrupted. Throughout all of this, there are messages
if not
to a
past
console,
1.16.
description and comments that don't seem to be from Nick himself. The
I know
final
Bushwhack
video on the account,
18.
which
No, I don't.
translates to data leak,
Sorry.
reveals a conversation between the mysterious figures and vil1 or Vilicus. They reveal that these corrupted Minecraft versions are called manifestations that eventually fall apart, indicated by the presence of the black blocks.
Oh right, I should probably read the title again. Video by Wifey's terrifying footage of the Minecraft player that vanished, the Nick56. I don't need Jack's Films coming after me. I think I did everything right. I think so. I don't remember his rules and stipulations for reactions.
Nick into an Hours player like the one we saw before.
If he stumbles if he stumbles across this, Jack, I'm sorry, okay?
Malicious reason,
I don't know.
But we don't
I'm
know
not an
exactly
expert.
Why just yet. But that's where the story abruptly ended. We were left with this data leak video and a cold trail with many questions about it and vil1 that were left unanswered. Who are they? What are they? How do they capture Nick? And what are the Hours players for? These questions were unanswered until now, because since I uploaded my video,
He does meme streams with sound effects that are played by thing with Jax Films has another channel called Jax Films with 3 J's, mimicking Sniper Wolf because that whole thing happened. And what he does on there is he has this bingo card that he uses on reaction channels to make sure they're actually posting stuff that's of quality and not just basically reposting videos. Which I would like to emphasize that is not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to watch the video. I'm trying to laugh at the video, scared by the video, what have you. No, I am attempting to contribute stuff and not make brain rot. Because brain rot is the last thing we need in this era.
Yo, Nick's channel has not only rebranded the profile picture to the infamous console, but more importantly has released several new videos that advance this already horrifying mystery even further into darkness. The first video begins on Nick's desktop, and we can see that it was recorded May 9th, 2011. The last time we saw a date on Nick's computer, it was April 29th, 2011, so this video isn't too far into the future.
A bit odd, I
Nick
agree.
goes to open a file, readme.txt.
See, that's why he started the whole bingo card thing, is because Sniper Wolf basically just re-uploads people's videos with her face on the left side of it, and basically provides zero, like, substance to any of the reactions. She just, either it's just her laughing, or saying something out of pocket, like, or saying some generic phrase like, that was funny, or oh my goodness, that was so scary. And then it just cuts to the next video. And the most important part is that she doesn't credit any of the clips that she watches. I don't know if she started to as of late. I haven't seen anything from her since the whole kerfuffle. So I don't really know. Let me tell me if she has.
In a folder,
you know what? We might look at her
Beta
channel after we watch this.
The namesake of this video. What's immediately concerning, however, is that this version of Minecraft, well, Mind Game, doesn't exist.
Beta 1.5_04.
Videos. We know from Data Leak 01 that this manifestation of Minecraft, Beta 1.504, was being created by Vil1, so it makes sense that it's shown up here now. What's more interesting, though, is the file that's right above it. It's a jar file for this version, which isn't that weird on its own, but notice the date that it was created, May 11th, 2011. That's a whole 2 days into the future. That shouldn't be possible. How does this file exist? But Nick gives us no time to speculate before he opens the readme.
Hello, the Nick56. New update to Cave Game. It has noticed that it has been some time since your last play session.
Okay, so haven't watched in a very so the whole thing that happened, if you don't, for those that don't know, is Sniper Wolf and Jax Films were having a little bit of a beef online, and it seemingly ended for a couple days, and then Sniper Wolf posted on her Instagram a picture of the outside of Jax Films' house, and is like, hey Jax Films, you want to collab or something like that? And she basically doxed him. And that made Jack fear for his life, basically, because he has a family, or he has a wife, maybe a kid, I don't know. And so I think they had to move. They were scared for a long time. Jack went AWOL, and Sniper Wolf got canceled and stuff. Rightfully so, because you can't just dox people. What the hell? She's like, oh, I did it for the funny. Bitch, you doxed a man. That wasn't funny. And because she thinks she's so cool just because she's Sniper Wolf. Oh, look at me. I'm in Darman videos portraying a teenager. Girl, you're like in your 30s. Come on now. Come on.
Please come play more.
Back to the
It's
video.
a brief text, and the
Now
message
I'm upset.
is clear. Come play more. At the bottom are two console messages, console.// and message, and console.// title equals read.
That's horrible, I know, right?
We don't have to speculate too much about what these commands mean. They essentially spell it out for us. But notice the message says, it has noticed that it has been some time, not it has been noticed. This sentence is treating the it here as if it were a person, likely in reference to the creepy it entity that we know is pulling the strings of this whole operation. Nick closes the readme, clearly unfazed, and opens his own file, log.txt. Inside are entries summarizing what we've seen in previous videos.
Okay, hang on. Let's read all of this, shall we? April 24th, 2011. First anomaly. Black blocks grew over ice. I'm saying that 5 times fast. He touched them, blacked out, woke up on the floor with a crash. Oh, he blacked out. Like him, not the player. April 29th, 2011. Followed through with the error message. Got access to my account again, playing on a version that Mojang is still yet to put on their forums. Features with no changelog. Can't access any Mojang forums with the word Minecraft. Oh, and the word Minecraft is blacklisted by any browser I've tried. May 3rd, 2011. Minecraft stopped working again, stopped trying. May 5th. Experiencing a huge slowdown on my laptop.
The first anomaly on the ice in Burgeon, no access to Mojang forums, and a mysterious Minecraft version. The fact that Minecraft is apparently blacklisted in his web browser confirms that
You don't find that
they
suspicious?
have access to Nick's whole computer.
You don't find
able to
that
blacklist
suspicious?
certain words, and as we've seen before, edit messages into Nick's videos. This one line, though, is extremely concerning. Apparently, after touching the black blocks for the first time, Nick blacked out in real life. How is that possible? It's as if encountering
Epilepsy.
these black blocks can actually steal someone's soul in real life, implying that that's what really happened to all those other
It's not on
Hours
the forums,
players
you
we've
should be
seen
worried,
before.
yeah.
It also means that the Hours
Exactly.
video was not from Nick's perspective. If he was blacked out on the floor, then who are we watching in the null dimension? There's honestly too many questions to answer immediately, so our only choice is to keep watching. Nick logs today's anomaly and opens the jar file in the folder.
We gotta read that too. Come on. May 9th, 2011. A new folder has shown up on my desktop. Gonna try and see what happens.
Jar file in the folder. The screen cuts to static, and when it ends, we're met with a launcher. The launcher
Aha!
is very creepy. It
Beta
has animated
1.504.
characters and ominous messages telling Nick not to try to mess around with older versions. The official links are almost comically rewritten, and the login button is extremely
Not need. We are Mojang. You cannot beat us. Of course we are. Of course we are official.
direct. No need to log in, Nick. You're
Sus.
stuck here. It seems that
Oh.
Vil1 or it or whoever
We're
is
stuck
behind
here.
these
Fun.
launchers has gotten far more impatient and far less subtle in their messages to Nick. Nick logs in regardless and
Let's change log. Another new manifestation. Lots of new brackets to brackets. New feature, moderation of the Nick 56 for breaking the brackets. Or blank. I think it's just blank.
after another flash of
Slower
static,
internet.
he's met with a main
Nah,
menu
that's because of my latency.
and a new world. Immediately,
It's like
we
6
see
or
a
7
chest
seconds, I don't
surrounded
know.
by redstone torches. Obviously,
I was forced to do that because my encoder kept getting overloaded. So things are going to be a bit delayed.
not natural. But Nick seems more drawn to the donkey in the distance, though this makes sense given that
Donkey!
donkeys will only be added to Minecraft a year from when this video
1.6.
was recorded in August of 2012. Nick has, of course, never seen this mob before. He goes back to
Why are
open
there
the chest,
falling
which is
leaves on the
called Cave
trees?
Game container. Inside is some paper and wooden tools, but all is not as it seems. If you assign dots to all the single papers and dashes to the lines of 2 paper, you get a secret message in
Aha.
Morse code. R-U-N. Run. This is a
Ooh.
warning. However, Nick
Okay.
clearly can't read Morse code or just doesn't care, and instead calmly walks through
I
the
think
fields,
it's the former.
encountering a house in the distance. We don't know if Nick built this or not, though given this is his first time opening the launcher and his inventory is empty, we can pretty safely assume that some other entity constructed this in the world before Nick.
That would
Though
make
as
sense.
Nick approaches, we notice
Egg.
something terrifying. Did you see it? In the far left
Did
of
you
the
see it?
screen, inside a cave, we can make out the
Over here?
silhouette of a
Ah,
black
hello.
player watching Nick from afar. If you recall, a very similar incident occurred in one of Nick's last videos, where we saw a black figure watching him from the distance, only to learn that it was
It can't be stuff from the new snapshot because this was posted 8 months ago. That was way before.
Vil1. Is this the same Vil1? We can't tell for
And Lord
sure.
knows
As
when he
Nick picks up an
actually
egg,
recorded
he
this.
unlocks a new crafting recipe, something that won't be added to the game for several years. Nick
Cake?
enters the house to find a bed, and as he leaves, the video cuts to static and ends. But not before we see a message in the chat. For a singular frame before the
797C?
video ends, we can see the words Vil1 has left
Oh.
the game, confirming
I
that
am
the
Didn't
we
notice
saw in
that.
the cave was yet again Vil1. There's also
Vil1.
a comment from Nick's account on the video.
Console.// an illusion of error conceals orchestrated design, not evades notice. The observer and the one above remain vigilant, catching every subtlety. Console.// log out.
Given that Vilicus, Vil1's true name, translates from Latin to overseer,
I don't know about
we
the
can
fall leaves.
infer
It's not
that
happening
this
on
line
any of
about
the other
observer
trees.
And the one above refers to Vil1 and it. The first sentence is more cryptic.
Maybe it's a
however.
bug, I don't
An
know.
illusion of error conceals orchestrated design. Is the error the black blocks we see?
'Cause it
in
only
Nick's
happens, like,
world,
3
the
times.
Out of place features and corrupted features. If so, this line
See?
would imply that these errors
That was
are the
1,
product
2, there
of
was a
some
third one.
sophisticated system. But what?
There's a
What
fourth.
on earth are they talking about, and who even left this comment? It seems unlikely that Nick would have typed out anything like this, but given the comment starts and ends with a console
Just the one
command,
tree.
it's likely that this comment is from Vil1 himself.
The one
something
P.
which we've seen him do in the past. Though knowing that doesn't really clear up any of our questions as to what it means. But what the attentive among you may have noticed was a series of secret codes hidden in the static interruptions in Nick's video.
Another URL.
3 short strings of text. On their own, these codes don't mean anything special, but arrange them in this order and tack on a YouTube prefix and you get a link to a secret unlisted video on
Aha.
console.//playback
Sneaky, sneaky.
321541. The video begins with some static, and following that we see
RGB
some footage
scattering.
heavily corrupted by RGB scan lines. As the player leaves their house, we notice it's the
Scan
exact
lines, sorry.
same house that Nick found in the last video. But that's about where the similarities end. The hotbars are totally different, the location is completely different, and the textures are also indicative of a far newer version of Minecraft. We get some orange static, and then the player in the video
Orange
does
static.
this. He swaps into his offhand.
Ah.
This is modern Minecraft, nothing like the beta we've seen Nick play in the past. So
It's-
if this isn't Nick,
it's so
then who
deep
are we
fried.
watching here? 15 seconds in, we can catch a glimpse of something
Hello, who
floating
are
to the
you?
left of the player's screen, though it's too
I noticed
blurry for me
that,
to discern what it
but I
actually
knew
is.
Wifey's was
We
gonna
quickly
post,
get interrupted
point it
by
out,
now
so,
white
oop.
static, and the footage cuts to a cave. From the
Deep
change in
slate.
XP and inventory,
Low
it's
like in,
evident
tough.
that some time has passed. The video continues to corrupt with
No
more and
kidding.
more static, but as the player arrives at a lava lake, we can catch a glimpse of a giant patch of null blocks. This is yet
Hello.
another manifestation, and when our protagonist takes notice, we get this
Volume warning.
horrifying scene.
There's dripstone too. Bye.
He attempts to mine the blocks, but when he does, the video cuts to static and we can hear a harrowing human scream get cut off. This text then types itself out
Heroin as in female, not the drug.
at the end.
Or feminine. Sorry. Collection successful. User
What we just
DSX.
witnessed was the horror of a successful
1.18,
collection,
yeah.
a reaping by it of a player named Deus Ex, another victim of the manifestations. This video confirms that
Deus
Nick
Ex
was not
Machina?
the only target of this operation. All those hours players we've seen before were real people
He
who
said
suffered
heroin.
the same fate as Deus Ex. That's what was meant to happen. But when he does, the video cuts to static and we can hear a harrowing human scream.
Oh, harrowing. Oops.
People who suffered the
My
same
bad.
fate as Deus Ex. That's
Harrowing means loud,
what was meant to happen
I think. Let me look it up. Acutely distressing. Oh, my bad.
to Nick, yet for some reason he was an exception. Makes you wonder why this name
Deus
was
Ex
chosen
Machina.
for our
I
new
called it.
character here. There's one more thing to mention about this video though, that being the description. It's short and sweet.
It knows not of their constructs.
The line is a bit hand-wavy. Who doesn't know of whose constructs?
Damn,
Are the
Nick hit
constructs
6,000,
in question
GG.
the manifestations?
Wish I could
And
hit
in
that
case, are they
6,000.
talking about the players who don't know of them? Though why would they be referring to the players as it? And obviously it goes without saying, but this likely isn't a message from Nick.
One day.
Regardless, the addition of another victim adds a lot more questions to this mystery. When did this collection happen compared to Nick's collection? Was there anyone else whose soul was also taken by it? If not, why Nick
Probably.
and Deus Ex in particular? Well, to answer all of that, we need to revisit something you might remember.
Hopefully the
If
comment
you
section
watched the
figured
last
it out.
video like I told you to, you probably remember the ending. There was one major loose end I just wasn't able to solve. solve. A code that appeared at the end of one of Nick's videos. A code that upon release of my video remained unsolved. That is, until today. Discord user SomeByGirl noticed that one of the rescramblings that I jokingly put in my video was a Tumblr link. This link leads nowhere, but she found that if you swap the order of the words around to this, you would be met with a
.tumblr.com.
database of
Hello.
console logs from Vil1 and it. That's right, I was this close.
Wow.
The page contains 4 screenshots of conversations
How do you like
between
that?
Vil1 and it, as well as an image with some encoded text. Let's start off with the logs.
Vil1 data log.
There's honestly a lot to take in here, so take a look and scan it over while I highlight the most important parts.
Okay, let's take a look. Console user identity /svillicus01 identity confirmed command prompt generate .mimic :minecraft .date earth earth April 29th 2011. That was one of the dates Nick had in his logs. Output generation halted, not enough data in code base to create a stable and or accurate representation of consumed data. Command prompt overwrite. Output generating error 15034 can't create algorithm from random dataset .specify or random dataset specify. Command prompt datasets.use bracket users Silly Serena Yakato 12 Vortex skill and Deus Ex close bracket. Output generating success new specific generation under core /user /villicus1 b1.5._03.jar. Oh my god, it's creating stuff. Command prompt log out successful. Okay, so what we can gather from this is that Vil is assuming the identity of Villicus1, maybe, but it's also collecting and using data sets from other players, including Deus Ex, which we've seen video from a bit ago. It was generating it made a specific generation under Villicus1 in the first version of the broken version, and bro logged out. Gotcha.
Parts. This log is an interaction between Vil1 and the console. He logs in as Villicus and inputs one of the—
Damn it. First thing I was already wrong on. The person in the console is Villicus himself. Vil1 and Villicus01 are the same person.
Single-handedly most important and intriguing lines of this whole mystery. Generate.mimic Minecraft.date.earth April 29th, 2011.
How did I gloss over that? What is wrong with me?
Clear as it is sinister. Vil1 has some sort of system in place that allows him to create fake versions of the game based off of any date he wants. In this case, April 29th, 2011. This addresses one of the biggest mysteries of the series so far. What's with all the new and yet to be added features appearing in Minecraft beta? Well,
that's the question.
All of this is really taking place in 2024 and Vil1 is creating a simulation of Minecraft Alpha, it makes sense that this system might bug out at times and add features not meant to be there. This gets rid of any time travel theories and perfectly explains the anomalies, but still leaves 2 crucial questions unaddressed.
And what are
one,
those?
Consider the capture of Deus Ex we saw just minutes ago. That one was clearly not in Minecraft beta. If Vil1 has the power to create manifestations of modern versions, why even bother trying to craft a beta Minecraft for Nick? It seems far easier to just never have any anomalies that may alert Nick of something fishy. But
maybe because beta has less features, so it would take less data and RAM and all that to make beta simulations. Just a theory.
This itself
a game theory.
Number 2, the biggest flaw in this theory. What on earth is Nick thinking when this happens to him? I mean, think about it. If these videos really occur in 2024 and Vil1 is simulating beta Minecraft, how on earth is Nick buying it? Does he think that he's stuck in 2011? Surely not, right? The date on his computer can be changed, but you can't just fool a guy that's been living in 2024 that all of a sudden he's 13 years in the past. If Nick was living working in 2024, he'd be so confused why he was playing beta Minecraft. It just doesn't make sense.
Exactly,
As a
so
result,
it has
the
to be
only
time
plausible
travel.
hypothesis is that these videos either must somehow really occur in 2011 and have access to all these new features, or if we discount time
Someone get the
travel, then
doctor, we're
only
going
plausible
back.
Explanation is that for some terrifying reason, Nick must think that he's living 13 years in the past. in
Ah,
2011.
he's been
But there's still more
brainwashed.
of the Tumblr post to read. According to the console, there isn't enough data to create stable manifestations. Vil1 tries to override this and proceed anyway, but gets another error. So instead, he types this.
Console.//subscribe.
Subscribe?
Okay.
Well, he's not wrong. If
Wifeys,
you're enjoying the video so
you
far,
goober.
then please consider subscribing.
Yes,
I wanna try and
please,
reach
subscribe.
2 million subscribers by the end of the year, and if only
Subscribe to Wifey, subscribe to me as well.
1%
Yes,
of you guys watching
please.
this video subscribe
Please and thank
will
you.
already be so much closer.
I
Subscribing
should have
also
seen this
lets me know
coming.
that you enjoy these ARG videos and want to see more, so if that's the case and you want more of this type of video, then please do consider subscribing.
POV, you're in the
Thank you so
hours
much,
dimension.
and let's
Session terminated.
In an effort to generate the manifestation, Vil1 actually types this.
Datasets use users, Silly Serena, Yakato12, Vortex Skill, Deus Ex.
There's a familiar face,
Indeed.
Deus Ex. Though we've never heard of any of them before in this series, we can assume that these are all Hours players. And
Arena
Vil1
from
is using their
Pokemon?
consumed data to create a manifestation for
Nah.
Nick. Given that the next line says this data was used to create beta 1.503, the first instance of weird versions we see in Nick's old videos, we now know that the Deus Ex incident occurred before everything we see on Nick's channel. But who are these other players? We have yet to encounter any of these names.
I
Luckily,
have
this
no
isn't
clue.
where the logs end. Datalog 02 begins with an update. Beta 1.503 has experienced corruption. Null blocks have emerged. We get an estimate for the full corruption time, May 1st, 2011, 3:52 p.m. Despite this, Vil1 decides to proceed with the simulation anyway and logs out. Datalog 03 is the final of the console logs.
Alright.
Once again, we see
Ooh, more
Vil1
players.
attempt to generate a new manifestation, and again, there's an error when he
On
tries
April
to create it
29th.
from scratch. So he resorts to the same method, using data from other users he's captured, though this time the names are different. We get 4 unique usernames, and
Interesting.
Beta 1.504 is generated successfully. The final log is actually titled Vil1
Oh, what
Chat,
the
and
what?
it reads as follows.
Villicus, it has been done.
It
This must be the it in question.
has, just as instructed.
I'm receiving errors. They are not like us. They can sense when things are not as
Not
they
like
seem.
us,
The
yeah.
manifestation will not hold for much longer before it collapses. A permanent solution is required. The deviant must be dealt with.
What do you
Deviant.
suggest?
We use him. It's the only way this can continue to exist.
The font is there's a website you can go to. It's that you can type something in and it corrupts, or it adds a bunch of symbols to make it look like the letters are corrupted. A
Almost certain
minor.
that the obfuscated question marks are meant to be it. The deviant here is definitely Nick. He was.
I was-
unable to
oh
be
my goodness, I was
captured
about to
by
start
their
singing
initial
Thick of It.
plans,
Oof,
but
that-
the they
that could've
in
been bad.
question Might be referencing
Ooh, that was a
us,
close
the
one.
Viewers. We can tell that things are wrong, that these versions are not as they seem. Its solution to dealing with the viewers is even more interesting though. Using Nick. Maybe he's implying that they use Nick to keep us distracted from their
Nick
true
is the
plots,
chosen
or
one.
Maybe they need Nick to keep their system alive. We don't have enough information to be sure of anything just yet, but there's still one more post on this Tumblr, a picture. Brightening up the background reveals some weird imagery, but nothing that's necessarily informative. The text is obviously a cipher, and shifting all the characters by 15 with a basic Caesar gives us this message. You can take a second to read it and pause the video if you want.
Okay, don't mind if I do. Console breach has occurred. Domain 5 cave game. Locus. These numbers. Message: breach has established a fatal connection with what lies beyond the integers and characters. This console has been compromised, automatically switching to backup console. Story on a player that well, let's see. We still
With
have
the breach
what? 12 minutes of video?
they're describing could likely be
13?
what we saw in
No,
the
12.
Data Leak video
Wait.
being
Math. 14.
leaked.
Damn.
Though one part of this is of interest. Domain 5 Cave Game. Locus 132.542.312.421
Might be a...
2315.
Oh, let's plug it into another
the
cipher.
locus of something is its particular position, its location. Domain 5, locus 132, etc. seems to imply that this is the name, the description of the location of wherever this breach is. And notice that this isn't the first time we've seen numbers in this form. Remember the unlisted video from earlier? Playback 321541? This is also a locus number.
Gotta go.
and
Okay,
this
thanks for
footage is of
stopping
Deus
by,
Ex.
Paul.
Maybe each 6-digit
Preach.
code corresponds to a given player's manifestation. Regardless, given this new information, it's very easy to start creating conspiracy theories. I mean, maybe Vil 1 and it are aliens. Why else would they specify that the date belongs to Earth?
Oh,
Wouldn't it
so
just
we're
be
watching the
date?
History
And you know
Channel
what?
now,
They'll
are we?
actually explain how they have access to technology that can capture your soul from Minecraft and make you black out in
But
real
why
life
Minecraft,
before
of all
alien- no,
things?
well, maybe, but theorizing can wait because there are still 2 videos left to watch.
Yeah.
This is beta 1.504,
Gotta say.
2 out of 4. In the first few seconds of the video, we already get 2 strange anomalies. A long line of null blocks on the far left, and
Right.
weirdly a chicken laying an egg 6 blocks away from itself.
What
it
the-
seems we're back to Nick here, and as he's walking back to his house, some strange music begins to play.
It's nice music, I'll give it that.
Also note that for some reason the screen has been stretched downwards to hide his hotbar. As Nick turns his head towards the corruption, we see that
interesting.
it's far worse than what we previously saw, spreading to an entire half of a giant tree.
Not the
this
tree.
manifestation is clearly collapsing. Nick goes inside, and right as he turns towards a chest, static flashes on screen with some suspiciously enchanting table-looking characters. Though given that this video from a totally different channel contains the same glitches used in Nick's video, and with these symbols included, it's likely these are meaningless artifacts that Nick didn't include himself. Nick unloads his items, goes
How do you
back
just find that
outside, and
random
punches a
video?
spider eye at the wall a few times before the video ends. If you think Nick's behavior is weird or eerily calm, the description somewhat clears it up.
I haven't slept in days.
It's interesting that this sentence is in quotes.
Ip
though.
we
It must come
84.
from Nick, but in that case, why quote himself? Is there someone else writing these descriptions that's quoting Nick for us? Below, there's also a string of characters. On their own, these characters do nothing, but if you look back at the static we saw earlier, there's a hidden code inside some of the RGB flashes. Re-scrambling this whole message gives us an Imgur prefix, and tacking on the code in the description takes us to
IPY
this image. The
with
black hand
84.
in the bottom right, and the
Oh.
conversation with the console tells
Oh
us
my.
this image was captured by Vil1 himself, though the timing of the screenshot doesn't necessarily add up to what we were watching. Notice how you can almost make out glass windows in the front half of Nick's house, something we don't see at all from his perspective.
Aha,
But
so
more
it's
interestingly,
before.
hidden in the top left is a Mediafire link, and following it leads us to a download, which in turn downloads a folder with 2 files inside of it, redhands.ogg and the jar file for beta Minecraft 1.5.
No thanks.
Checking the properties of both files reveals they were
Wifeys, don't you
created
dare.
back in 2011, and playing redhands.ogg in MP3 form gives us the song we heard in the
No way in hell they made this in 2011 and waited, like, what, 10 years to post it?
past video. But if we plug it into a spectrogram, there are a few more seconds of static that contain this hidden text. Console.//warning, this manifestation is unstable. Please decompile. Following the instructions and decompiling the jar file, which is really just a renamed zip file, we
Yeah.
get this message. Public class main, public static void,
Okay.
new security exception, you are not him, this gate is only for him and will only propagate for him. Whoever made this file is definitely protecting it from spying eyes, our eyes.
Like
It
us,
seems that
yeah.
this quote-unquote gate
Not like
will only
us.
activate for him, whether that be Nick or it or Vil1 is a bit ambiguous, but we assume it's probably Nick. Though that's about where this lead terminates. These files are cool, but they seem to be a dead end. But luckily, there is one more video left to analyze. Beta 1.504, 4 out of 4. The footage is interestingly now stretched to the right, though this oddity hardly compares to what we're about to see. Nick enters a new hut, a chest makes a door sound, and then this happens. For
Console
the
fail.
first time on Nick's
Ooh.
channel, the two main characters
It's
are
Vil.
finally interacting.
Failure to
Nick
collect
is
sample.
aware of Vil1's presence. Their conversation proceeds as follows.
Hello?
This has never happened. Of the many taken, you are different.
What do you mean? Who are you? Hello?
For the first time since my conception, I feel fear.
Conception.
This is one of the most momentous videos we've seen yet. The conversation
So Vil was
doesn't really
created
tell us
by
anything
someone?
we don't already know. Well, if nothing else, it tells us that Vil1 is terrified of Nick's resistance to the corruption. Nick also confirms to us in the description that he is just as confused as we would assume him to be. But this isn't all. If you look into the comments, there's a message from the console.
Console.//message. A step forward often requires many steps back.
And deeper in the description, we
How
can
wise.
find a three-letter string. In fact, going back like the comment advises, we find that planted in the description of older videos are more of these weird codes. Brute forcing the possible arrangements of characters, Discord user Skizik was able to find they unscrambled to a URL to one final unlisted video on Nick's channel, Vil1 Ocular Data 01. And this video is absolutely insane. The video is recorded in the
Well,
same
thank God for
position
Discord.
we saw in the Imgur screenshot. This and the black and white hand make it pretty clear that this is Vil1's perspective. And in the top left of the screen, the version reveals that this is a special console edition of the game. Hilarious, I know. In front of us, we can see Nick building the structure we saw him standing in the last video, placing this video before what we just watched. And notably, something interesting that granted
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense is
So the image came after, but there's still glass in the windows, even though there weren't in Nick's video before the other Nick's video. The continuity is just insane.
that Vil1 appears to be in creative, but
Oh.
obviously the elephant in the room, in the top right we can see a giant black box.
The console
The
is open.
console. This is what all those mentions have been referring to. We watch as while Nick builds his little storage silo, Vil1 communicates with it.
Miligus, your failure to contain him is most concerning. We cannot spare the data to create another manifestation. If this collapses, he will be free to roam. This alone could be enough to destroy everything. Get a hold of this, or there will be punishment.
I am watching him now.
Watching him isn't enough.
I am going to try to take him again.
Miligus, this is highly unsafe. There are rules to collecting data, and you know that. If you fail and we are revealed, this is it for us. There will be consequences. Miligus.
Console.//logout.
And the video ends. It's likely that right after this interaction, Vil1 tried to capture Nick as he said, but failed, and we got the interaction in the last public video. In their
Well, why did he type it
conversation,
in chat?
Seems kind of concerned about, quote, using more data to create another manifestation. And with that line, the pieces are finally falling into place. The reason that we saw Vil was trying so hard to create the manifestations without any data.
You know what? I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna go on name MC and look up Vil_1. Ah, it's a real player. Oh, but it's different. It's different. It's from someone else. Never mind. Forget it.
Tumblr posts. The reason the
Forget
system is
about
running
it.
And the reason they need to actually capture more players in the first place. Their whole system runs on player data. Every time they use the information of an hour's player, they can't just reuse that. Data is limited, meaning they have to capture the souls of more and more players to keep their system running. This also explains one of the cryptic quotes from it that we saw earlier. They need Nick's data for their system to exist. Their system must somehow run or depend on the data from collecting Nick. That's why they need to capture him so badly. It seems frantic, begging Vil1 to take Nick quickly, otherwise he'll find a way to communicate with us, the viewers, and shed light on their whole scheme. So Vil1 decides to try and hours corrupt Nick again despite its warnings. And as it feared, Vil1 was revealed to Nick. One more detail I want to point out that I didn't
I don't know why they aren't just going after a different player, because if they know they can't, they know they just can't capture Nick here, then I guess that would just make him even more intriguing. But he knows too much, so they have to get rid of him, right? But they can't, which is the issue.
show is the background audio of this video. At 26 seconds, 28 seconds, 50 seconds, and 53 seconds, we hear the noise of a cat, a sheep, and a cat in that order. Cats, or ocelots, would have no reason to ever spawn outside a village or jungle, which we are pretty confident is nowhere near to Nick's house, which means that for some reason or another, these animal sounds are edited in. But why? What's really going
is
on
the
here?
question.
Well, from all the new information we've gathered across the new videos, we can draw a much clearer picture of what's happening to Nick. He's not the only victim of this corruption. Some malevolent entity known as IT, with his right-hand man Vil1, are using a sophisticated system and console to create simulated versions of Minecraft and capturing the souls of real people to use as data to power their simulations. These manifestations can't last forever though, and eventually collapse as evidenced by the presence of null blocks in the world. From what we've seen, they've captured at least 7 players, but when they try to capture Nick, it fails. Over and over.
Yeah, because they're losers. Loser.
Is an exception to their
Nah, I'm
corruption.
kidding.
It is desperate to collect him. They need Nick for their scheme, but what's the end goal here? Well, I think I might have solved it. What if what we're watching
Okay,
here is
let's
some sort
hear
of
this.
Matrix or simulation? I know that might seem unsatisfying.
The Matrix.
But hear me out here. If you really think about it for a second, the ability to capture the souls of players through the screen and turn them into data should not be possible. Nick blacks out when he touches the null blocks. Deus Ex screams in real life and gets corrupted. This technology should not be possible. It shouldn't exist.
Not at all, no.
It's either
Maybe it is
alien
aliens.
or it's simulated. If you've ever watched The Matrix,
Right.
you know, and spoiler alert if you haven't, that
Of course.
while millions of people think they're experiencing
Don't know why you
normal
wouldn't have
life,
watched The
their
Matrix.
bodies are stuck inside pods that are hooked up to tubes.
I need to watch The
artificially
Matrix.
stimulating their brains into imagining that what they see is actually real. And the kicker here?
Ew.
These people are all being used for electricity to power an evil artificial intelligence known as the Machine. What if this, a sort of Matrix, is what Nick is actually living in? All these players that we see, including Nick, are in some sort of simulated reality, and it is an evil
And if they die,
artificial
they
intelligence
escape,
that wants to
right?
feed off the power
I think
of
that's
their
how it
minds.
works.
With access to the system, it would have the ability to jack their brains and could make them think they're in 2011.
Or is it if you die in the
2024,
game,
or
you die in real
whatever
life?
it wants. And it uses Minecraft and these manifestations to capture their consciousness and use them as energy to keep growing. It would also make sense why all these manifestations are stored as files, a detail from the Tumblr posts I never
Yeah,
really
but
elaborated
Minecraft of all
on. It
things?
seemed odd to me that seemingly Nick's entire existence was stored in a single file, but this would make sense if his consciousness was a simulation. It's all a digital world. And finally, Vil1 is its helper, but he's also a human. He types like a human, he speaks like one, and that's why he's helping us. And I'm not just pulling that out of nowhere. Vil1 gave Nick the secret message to
Yeah, but if Vil is a human, then why would he have said,
us. And I'm not just pulling that out of nowhere. Human, he
Hold on.
speaks
why would he have said that,
like one, and that's
you know, it's the first time since his conception that he's felt fear. People don't just get conceived and then are able to play Minecraft. You gotta go through the process of the 9-month yada yada. I'm not gonna explain how babies are made, okay? So that would have to mean that Vil is an AI of sorts, right?
That's why he's helping us. And I'm not just pulling that out of nowhere. Vil1 gave Nick the secret message to
You aren't
run
just
away in
conceived and
Morse
know what
code,
to
and
do
then later he directly
if you're
refused
human.
its orders and tried to capture Nick, probably knowing it wouldn't work and trying to delay turning him into ours. Vil1 is pretending to be its right-hand man, but he's leaking to us, the viewers, game files, images, videos, and secret messages to help stop its evil schemes. Because think about it, how would he possibly get access
He
to
gained a
Vil1's
consciousness.
POV if he wasn't trying to share it with us? It's because Vil1 can't bear to see these lives being taken and corrupted for any longer, and the reason he doesn't just refuse to help, well, maybe then it will take and corrupt his data as well. He has no choice except to pretend to cooperate. But one more thing that the attentive among you may have noticed is that something is actually amiss. Video 3 out of 4 is missing. It goes 1 out of 4, 2 out of 4, 4 out of 4. There's no 3 out of 4. Where is
It's
this video?
twisted,
Over
isn't
the course
it?
of collecting clues, we've reached a few dead ends. Dead ends that I believe are the key to finding this hidden video and solving this mystery. For one, what are the locust numbers? Are they some sort of cipher? 2, are the captured
Possibly.
players' names just random, or is there something more to this
It can't be
collection
base
of 7
64.
names? Sure, they look normal, but there could be more to them than meets the eye. And 3, the files. Yes, we got the
Hang on a second.
normal
Maybe we take the numbers from all these guys and use them? So we got, what? 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 7, or 1, 0, 7, 6, 6, 1, 3, 4.
but there could be more
Could
to
be
them
something.
than meets the eye. And 3, the files. Yes,
Never know
we
till
got
you
this
find out,
cool
right?
jar file, but it doesn't take us anywhere or advance the story. What gives there? And there's the weird animal sounds in Vil1's video. I'm convinced that somewhere hidden among all these clues is a way to get the URL of video 3 out of 4. Some way to progress further and uncover its true motive and stop him for good before he can carry out his evil schemes. And that's where I ask you for help. I can't solve this
right.
mystery on my own, so if you've watched this far and you want to help solve the ARG, then join the Discord in the description.
Okay, so, I'm gonna switch to this thing. I'm gonna see if he's actually discovered it. What, 8 months ago? I don't think so. What's this one? Ah, it's a different one. Okay. Whoop.
Vanished into
Oh, crap. Can we watch another? We want to end? I don't know. What do you guys say we watch some cooking videos? That could be nice. This is a react stream. Yeah, screw it. Let's watch some cooking video. I'm thinking Future Canoe. Not. In fact, there's something he done recently that I want to talk about on stream. I gotta, let's see. Oh wait, I should probably, here we go. Alright. So, this is Viral Pasta Recipes by, by Future Canoe. Very funny guys. Go check him out, I guess.
It's been a while since we did one of these. Embodying my NPC philosophy of more views means better quality.
Little context. Future Canoe is someone who takes or who recreates recipes online, but comically. You know, he does it with humor, and he makes them terrible, kind of terrible, and people roast him for it. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them look horrendous but taste good, and some of them are just straight up awful. No shade. We're gonna take a look.
Pasta dinners are the backbone of American family life, as
Maybe
it
I
is
should
not
ping
only
Benny,
cheap
I don't
and
know.
easy, but also versatile. Today we'll take a look at the most viral quick pasta dinners.
I should bet though. 1 second. All right. Why is my bit rate? I hate this thing. Anyway, let's continue.
On the internet and give them a taste.
Yeah.
To To achieve anything, preparation is the most important.
That is
especially in
true.
the framework of cooking. Setting yourself up for success is called mise en place, which is French for forgetting half the shit you need. To get ready for a long day of pasta cookery, we need to slice and chop a lot of onions and garlic.
He's very
because
funny,
they're
man.
Pretty much the fundamental reason for delicious dishes as demonstrated in this video.
Hey, it smells so good in here. What are you cooking?
Onions
Anyways,
and
I'm
garlic.
bawling my eyes out right now. We're gonna put garlics into a machine, and now we're all prepared to move on. This recipe is such a trendsetter. I think we all remember the time when we was
Hell, maybe after this we'll watch some Zach Choi videos. He does really interesting.
see different types of pasta.
Nah, actually, you know what? No, I don't feel like being grossed out today.
to bake non-stop. I think this Greek lady is the one that started.
This
off.
looks horrendous.
The grocery stores in Finland ran out of feta cheese.
Wait, didn't Iceland sell out cucumbers because of Logan? Is that actually as impressive
There's a what? How a TikTok trend led to a cucumber shortage in Iceland.
as it seems, or are Nordic countries just low on imported produce? Anyways, to make this is actually not a complete dry bake. We're cooking the pasta on the side. I'm gonna use a whole box of honey bomb tomatoes, drizzle with olive oil and salt. Put a whole
I don't know
block
about
of
that,
feta
bro.
in the middle. Put it in the oven at 350 for 30 minutes. Later, the heat should have softened the feta cheese and completely cooked through the tomatoes. We'll take a Ligma fork and blend it together into a sauce. Now you can adjust the seasoning if you want. I'm gonna
Okay, for context, this is the Ligma fork. He uses it for everything. Mixing, eating, what have you.
add some garlic, roll up basil, chop it up, add it in. Finally, cooked pasta. I'm using corkscrew. Give
That
a
is
thorough mix.
cavatappi.
I just realized this is pretty much a Greek salad, pasta salad, but hot. We'll take all the components, give it a taste, and rate 1 through 10.
Yeah, I don't know about this pasta, dog.
The baked feta kind of tastes like cream cheese, so it works really well with the freshness of the tomato and basil. But I really believe that this dish would be way better if it's just a cold pasta salad.
Yeah, I'm Italian, right? I don't generally approve of pasta salads, because why would you want cold pasta? That doesn't make sense.
I'll still give it an 8.5 though.
Especially if it has chicken in it.
Alfredo with the layers of lasagna.
Oh, this shit. Okay. This is horrendous. Watch, just watch.
You need to make these chicken Alfredo lasagna rolls.
I actually don't care about
Made
the
by
flavors
Nutrient
of
Matters.
Alfredo, neither the layers of lasagna. But when we
This
put them
hurts my
together,
soul.
This dish looks amazing. Starting with a giant chicken breast, it's getting less radioactive by the
His
day.
radioactive
Cut into
chicken.
chunks, seasoned with salt, pepper, paprika, onion
He calls it
powder, garlic
radioactive
powder, and
because of
Cajun
the terrible
seasoning.
lighting.
I named this particular spice blend whatever I have in the house. We'll oil
Right.
up a hot pan, start searing up the chicken pieces. We just want to get some color on there and take it out. Without washing the pan, we're gonna start sauteing some mushroom. Mushroom loves oil, heat, and salt. We gotta put the heat on high to give it color and also evaporate the moisture to make the flavors deeper. Still using the same pan, we'll do onion, garlic, cream cheese, heavy cream, and just mix everything together. And to finish seasoning this Alfredo sauce, we gotta use a new spice blend called
This is
whatever
not
is
how
in
you
your
make
house.
Alfredo
Add
sauce,
back in
dog.
the chicken and the mushroom, simmer it for a little bit, finish that off
This
with
is what we in the
Parmesan or
business call a
pecorino, what I'm doing here.
mapazzone.
Season with salt after you mix in the cheese because the cheese is super salty. Sauce and meat is ready. Let's lay down our cooked and chilled pasta sheets.
No.
Without getting too much of the sauce on there, we'll
This
put on top the chicken
is
and
why I
mushroom.
hate it.
And just like a cinnamon roll, we're gonna roll it
Watch.
together and put it in a baking dish. This is a lot harder than I expected as wrapping too much meat.
This is
It's
harder
never
to
a
watch
concept
than
to me. After
expected,
I wrapped
dog.
them, I realized
This is
they
not
don't really fit
lasagna.
properly in the dish. But looks are important to shallow people. I am not shallow, and not by choice. We'll top it up with cheese, remainder of the sauce,
And the
throw
Kraft
in the oven
Mexican
until
blend,
everything is
of course.
crispy
And he
brown.
spilled sauce on the
I'm a little
counter.
concerned about how dry the top pieces of pasta sheet's gonna be.
That's because they aren't covered in sauce. Okay, so I don't doubt that this might might taste good, but this is not a lasagna. Okay, I'm appalled.
We'll grab a little bit from the
I
bottom.
am
Look at the
appalled.
cheese pull. My hopes are back up again. Let's give it a taste.
The color is nice though. I'll give you that. Why was there
It
a
tastes like an
grapefruit?
extra crispy, cheesy, richer Alfredo.
He has a Ligma
which is
spoon
not
as well.
necessarily a good thing. I feel like Alfredo's already so like mouth coating enough with the sauce. We don't really need more
No,
cheese.
you know what? No. As soon as I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna make pasta Alfredo the right way, the real way. Okay, and y'all gonna see what the hell Alfredo is supposed to be. Bars.
Some pasta sheets layered up together, you know? But I'm not that big of a fan of Alfredo to begin with, so it's a very personal take. Most of you probably kill for Alfredo, so I'm not gonna rate it here.
I have been seeing this Turkish
Golden
pasta
balance.
everywhere. Let's see if it lives up to the hype.
I have only seen this pasta on
Turkish
his
pasta.
channel, so
Mustafa!
let's see if it lives up to his hype. And one thing I learned today
Where you
is
at,
that
buddy?
stainless steel pan, just like my skin, gets ashy when you don't oil it up. You see, once I put some oil in it,
Because Mustafa's the only Turkish guy I know.
On the Future Canoe channel, everybody
So,
learns about
so
cooking
anything
and
Turkish
life,
happens,
and
I talk to
today's
him
life
about it.
lesson is, to
Does that make me
moisturize your
racist?
skin. You see how
I don't
nice
know.
this pan
Frankly,
is
I
now?
don't care.
You can almost see my face, which is pretty ashy.
Ain't no hatred. Ain't no hatred up in here. Love the guy. He's such a goober. Okay.
We want to press down the
Gray
beef a little
as
bit to
hell,
increase the
ground
surface
beef.
area, hopefully to get some color on there. After seasoning
Paprika,
it with all the red
cayenne,
stuff you got, we'll
red
flip it
chili
over and
flake.
see if we
It's
got
stuck
some
to the
color.
pan.
Never mind then. To go above and beyond, we'll use a little bit of the ginger garlic paste from the butter chicken video. We'll stir that in, turn off the heat, not overcooking the beef. The second component is a spiced oil on top. I'm using my never-ending
Never-ending duck
Topping
fat,
it
yeah.
off with some smoked paprika. We'll
He has
just
a
let it melt
never-ending
and heat
bucket
up.
of
The
duck
third
fat and a
component is
never-ending
gonna be a
raclette
yogurt sauce.
of
We're
cheese.
also using the yogurt from the butter
Yogurt.
chicken video. The juice of a half a lemon, some garlic, salt, mix
Lemon.
that together, and we can start piling
Yeah.
on the pasta. On top of the cooked pasta, we'll do a massive layer of ground
On the
beef. I actually
rotini,
secretly added more
bruh.
paprika to it to make it look less gray. For refreshing, we'll do the
Ah,
yogurt on top.
Madonna,
And
what
finally,
is
pour in
this?
the oil to complete the flavor.
Congratulations. You've made
Actually,
dog
looks
food.
really good. I wonder what you guys are gonna say about it.
See, this is the Instagram. Look. Bro got too excited after adding in the meat. I usually use a bidet after this. My dog loved it. Thank you. See, dog food. I'm Turkish and confused. Yikes. Amazing how you can manage to piss off 2 whole countries at once. Agreed. Did you find this in the trash somewhere? Everyone on Instagram is ruthless as hell. Looks like Taco Bell after I eat it. I usually flush
I
mine,
don't
but
think
you
we
do
should
you.
overmix it though. The inconsistency of the texture and flavor makes it a little more interesting.
Turkish pasta, yeah.
It feels like I'm eating halal guys with pasta. The Turkish/Middle Eastern flavor profile is very intense.
Halal
I think it needs some
indeed,
cumin,
sir.
though. With the yogurt cutting through with freshness, the hot paprika fat added at the end brings it all together. The only thing missing is cumin. I'll give this an 8.5 out of 10.
Should have added it
Back
then.
to radioactive chicken, I'm gonna slice it in half to
Oh,
make
no.
it thinner and easier to cook. Season
Oh,
with
no.
salt, pepper, garlic, paprika, oil in the hot pan.
You
and
should
start
never
searing.
combine chicken with pasta. It is considered a
In the
sin.
video it says 6 minutes. I don't know if it's on each side or just total. I feel like total would be too short and on each side would be a little too long. So I'm just gonna meet
color,
in the
good
middle of
color.
doing 4 minutes on each side.
I'm just
After
a food
taking out the
critic now, I
chicken, we'll
guess.
use the moisture from the onion to release the fond.
Aha, we're
that's collecting at the bottom of
deglazing.
the pan. This is the
Smart.
beauty of stainless steel, you know. I guess it's not working, so we're gonna whip out the tomato sauce to
See, the thing with Future Canoe is that he's really good at cooking, but he likes to act like he's terrible at it, which really adds to the whole comedic thing to channel. And I really and it's quite genius, honestly.
catch them. When the bottom of the pan is nice and clean, we'll do some milk, heavy cream, and some pasta water. My
Okay.
dad's still not back, so that milk was my roommate's. We'll mix the pasta
Ah,
into the sauce.
good
and get
one.
started assembling.
Aw,
This
that's
dish
sad.
is called rose pasta. I guess it's because we added a lot of dairy products to it, so the red tomato sauce turned pink. But overall, saying
That is
colors in
orange.
French is a great marketing strategy to make everything
Where-
sound better.
that
With
is
a rosé
orange,
pasta, I'll eat it.
really?
Not a pink pasta, you know.
Minus the chicken, that looks like good pasta.
The chicken is super juicy and a little bit pink. No. A little bit rosé. With the sauce, I feel
No.
like it's just better
Rosé
than
is a
average.
kind of
I'll give it
wine.
a 6 out of 10. The next couple dishes is gonna be of this particular shape, and it's not just gonna be a vomit house spread already,
Spaghetti.
mom spaghetti. These creators present it in a
M&M.
variety of interesting ways. Back again with this Greek lady, because everything
Hello,
she makes
Greek
is
lady.
so good.
So good. Did
Feel
you know
good
you
foodie.
can bake uncooked spaghetti in the oven? Just
What?
mix it with olive oil, garlic.
Bell pepper, onion, diced tomato, a whole
Oh,
can of it,
no.
a little water,
No.
marinara,
Uh-uh.
a little bit of it. Cover with foil.
What the
at
fuck?
250 for 40 minutes.
No!
After 40, we're gonna toss.
I mean,
the
I guess
ingredients
it's
around to
cooked,
make
but
it a
that's
little
not
more
how you
even,
cook
topping the final
spaghetti.
layer with cheese. I'm doing mozzarella and Mexican. We
And the
still have to put it
Mexican
back into the
bla-
oven for 20 more. I guess we're trading effort and time with this one. I'm not gonna admit that I might have left it in there a little bit too long,
Barro.
but who doesn't like to be top? I mean,
Oh, what's
crispy
wrong
top.
with you? Crispy cheese, but for why?
Spaghetti with crispy cheese. It's gonna be a thing. Let's see what it tastes.
if it wasn't cooked the way it was, I'd say that it looks like really tasty spaghetti. But otherwise, no, go to jail.
It tastes a little bit better than your mom's spaghetti because of
Nah,
how low effort
don't
this
you
is,
dare
can
diss
just,
my
like, throw
mama's
everything
spaghetti.
in there and just forget about it. I'm gonna give it a pretty high
My mama's
score
spaghetti
of
runs
8.5.
circles around
This next
whatever that
pasta
was.
recipe is a fairly easy one. It's called an Oreo.
Aglio e olio. Aglio e olio. Remember, Italian E makes the S sound. Aglio e olio.
Oreo.
Oil on medium heat, we'll start frying sliced garlic, chili flakes. We just want to toast them and activate
People
the
have such
flavor. Once
problems
you can smell
pronouncing
it, we'll
that.
add in the pasta water. Ideally, the starch from the pasta water is going to help emulsify with the olive oil.
That is
so it turns
correct.
into a sauce. But I think we're
That is
failing
correct.
right now. We'll add in our parsley, chopped, seasoned
Too
with
much
salt and
parsley.
pepper. Put it back on high heat just to simmer and make
But
it
otherwise,
more,
looks
like,
good.
cohesive. Topping it with a little bit
This
of
is probably the
Parmesan or
best
eat
one
it
he's
straight
made
out
all
of the
video.
pan. Apparently, that's a rule from the video.
Bravo.
So this is my first time.
You could have let the garlic slices caramelize a bit more, but otherwise, and you put too much parsley, but this is really good.
Having Oreo, and it's surprisingly refreshing. I am very against
Ho
pasta
approvato.
dishes with no meat in it, but the garlic, chili flake, parsley, activated by olive oil, completes the flavor profile really well. It's very balanced. As a struggle meal, I'm gonna give it an 9 out of 10, but as a normal spaghetti dish, 7 out of 10.
Ah, pasta all'assassina. Okay, so this is the one pasta dish that you are allowed to burn.
This is not the same footage from the previous recipe where
It's also very, very weird, but it's called pasta all'assassina because of how spicy it is.
we are making an assassin
As if it's
spaghetti.
designed to
Beginning is
kill you.
surprisingly similar to the Oreo. I'm not gonna do it anymore. So toasting garlic.
See, look
and
at all
chili
them red
flakes,
chili
we'll
flakes.
Turn down the heat a little bit and pour in marinara sauce, and in goes straight up raw spaghetti.
Raw
You're supposed to
spaghetti,
just
yes.
Leave it here, let the tomato caramelize and get a little bit burnt.
Whoever
This is
invented
exactly why
this-
I'm attempting this recipe because burning things is
Bruh.
in my repertoire. I left it on the stove for a pretty long time, so let's flip
Good,
it over.
good.
It
Let's
should be
see.
a little
Let's
bit
see the
charred
color.
right now. Okay,
Perfect.
The one time I
Almost.
need to burn, but it doesn't. So this time I'm gonna.
You gotta-
turn
you gotta
up the
burn-
heat
yeah,
and
gotta
leave
actually
it
burn
for
it.
even longer time.
Yeah, like that. There you go. Bravo.
No need to be worried.
It's
I
very
have them
off-putting,
right
but
where I want.
supposedly
Now that we
delicious.
have the charred flavor, we'll add rest of the sauce and maybe even water just to cook the pasta all the way.
Smart,
the pasta
smart.
is basically completely stewed in the sauce. It's in a
That's-
rich,
yeah, that's
deep
basically what you're
color
supposed to do.
with black bits. Is it named the assassin's pasta because it looks poisonous? And I have to be honest, this smells the worst. It's still not
Basically,
bad,
yeah.
but a little strange. Part for me, but I guess people call it al dente or whatever.
That's
The tomato
not-
sauce
no, it's
after
undercooked.
caramelizing got even sweeter, and the
That's a
subtle
part-
bitterness
that's
from the
part of the
burning kinda balances it really
assassins-ness.
well. Maybe a little bit of pecorino will make it even better. Very pleasantly surprised.
Pecorino
I'm gonna
makes
give this a
everything
9
better.
out of 10. For this next recipe, I don't even understand what he's saying, but like it's so fire. You'll see what I mean. As a master of all languages, I approve of this video.
Guanciale, pecorino crosta nera, un po' di parmigiano, uova
Okay.
fresche,
Ah,
pepe
he's making
macinato al
carbonara.
momento, pasta trafilata al bronzo.
As a lot of you know, I'm not that big of a fan of Italian cuisine because China, Japan makes better noodles, New York makes
What?
better pizza, so what's there to offer? But after listening to him list the
Nah,
ingredients,
Italian
I'm totally
noodles.
sold. I take back what I said. I want to see how this one shakes out.
Forget about it.
Una parte e la tritiamo fino a fine. La pasta, passatela in padella con un po' di acqua di cottura. La cremina è assicurata.
Okay. I'm not fluent in Italian, so don't.
Completely
I understood a
mesmerized
couple
by a guy
things of
with
what
a
he said.
backwards Hat. Let's see how I perform recreating this masterpiece. So over here I have huevos and formaggi.
No. Uovi. Uovi. Huevos is Spanish.
Carbonara, I think we're gonna go
Testadura.
with two yolks, beat it till it becomes a little pale. A lot of pepper
Right.
into it. I think he used a little bit of parm and mostly pecorino. We'll
Yes,
temper it
you don't
with a little
need
bit of hot
Parmigiano.
water to turn it into more of a sauce consistency. He did it over a bain marie. This is
No, too chunky. Too chunky. You gotta. That's why you only use pecorino because Parmigiano is too dense.
Probably a better way. We do this so that when the sauce hits the pan, it doesn't
No,
turn into scrambled
you
eggs.
don't
He
cook-
used
bro.
guanciale. I'm using some pre-cubed pancetta. You can use bacon.
Bacon? No, you don't use the bacon for carbonara. What? There's rules to these things, Canoe.
I feel like it doesn't really matter, but people tell me it does. But I
It
didn't
does.
pay attention to an education.
It so
that I paid
does.
for.
It's
I'm not gonna
different.
Pay attention to comments online, you know. So the first step of making the sauce is
No.
to combine the pasta starchy water with the fat from the pancetta. It's gonna emulsify into like
Pancetta.
a thick, creamy texture. Then we'll toss in
Pancetta is okay if you don't have guanciale, but don't use bacon.
the noodles and the sauce and just start shaking it a lot to get it combined.
The sauce is
If
too
your
chunky,
sauce is too
bruh.
watery like mine, you can just add more cheese or turn the heat back on.
Okay, that's a lot better.
Because this is how scrambled eggs are made. The consistency is actually pretty good. Right before it curdles, we'll pile on a plate. Put some of the
Don't let it
sauce and
curdle.
Bacon on top, a little extra pepper, and this actually looks to be the best pasta dish I've made on this channel. Sauce is literally.
I don't know. Looks like baby food, but you know what? It's a lot better than the other carbonaras I've seen. So, 6 out of 10.
Glistening.
No, 5 out of 10.
As suspected before, I think this is gonna be the best dish of the day. Nothing beats simple classic dishes. My only complaint is that the sauce is starting to curdle. Tiny grains of scrambled eggs
See,
are
that's
creeping up on
see,
my
that's why
tongue,
you
so
don't
I'll
put it
give
over a
an
double
8.3
boiler.
out of 10.
This was one of the first things I cooked for my boyfriend when we started
What the
dating, and now 1 year later we are married. And honestly,
Oh,
I think it played a
congratulations.
huge role.
I don't really need a marriage right now because I'm already virtually married.
Don't cook
to
it
my
again.
Subscribers. So let's see if her claims about this steak pasta is true. I'm starting with a really thin porterhouse. In the video, she's using such a good piece of steak.
He's using a
The
strip
closest
steak.
grocery store I go to barely even have steaks. So this is the best cut I could get. So the standard searing on both sides for color and butter
Porterhouse.
basting with thyme, garlic, rosemary, whatever you have.
See, that's another thing Canoe does. He uses different stuff than what's in the actual recipe. Don't know why. It's either because he doesn't have it, or he's just trying to piss us off, or he's doing it for the funny. It's probably the third one. But a porterhouse and a strip steak have different levels of meat to fat ratio, so it's gonna be different.
I have garlic, but that doesn't matter. You see how foamy the butter is getting? That means it's at the
Good looking
perfect
steak, though,
temperature.
ain't gonna
So when
lie.
I flip it over, the other side should be nice, golden, brown, crispy, and beautiful.
No.
Should have same color as Ariana Grande now.
Not Ariana Grande 10 years ago.
It's alright, we'll just look at the other side. So without changing the pan at all, we're gonna make the sauce. I get it. I guess we're using the flavor of the brown butter. So
Okay.
half a cup of heavy cream, some
Brown
Italian
butter is
seasoning,
good,
She
yes.
said I'm using oregano, garlic powder, paprika, some pasta
Oregano.
water, reduced it a little bit to thicken it, and add our spaghetti. You can
Okay.
slice up the steak real nice, place it gently on top in an aesthetic way, like she's doing here. But that's only for the first.
I don't
steak.
know about
Once you're
that one.
committed, you just kind of like chop the meat up and throw it on top.
what?
It seems like a good time for me to give you some
Ah,
dating
bro,
advice
it
for
wa-
both boys and girls.
Bro, you
I mean, I could
overcooked it, man. It.
expert on this, so you gotta listen to me. If you want to find
Buddy.
the perfect relationship,
Yeah,
and
there's
live
some pink
happily
in
ever
there.
after for the rest of your life, no problem.
But
No
why the
argument, no debate, no fight.
scissors?
You have
No.
to pick someone who does the right thing, which is buy my merch.
Don't nobody show this
On
to
top of the
Guga.
steak,
What
we'll
the?
grate some parm and finally top it off with some parsley. I say it looks pretty
No.
similar to the original.
3 out of
Now it's
10.
time to give it a taste and see how this girl landed herself a husband.
Disgraziare.
Okay,
Not
I know I
approved.
messed up the steak.
To coin
big
a
time,
phrase.
So I'm not gonna comment on that. It's my fault. But I feel like I did the pasta sauce perfectly, and
The sauce might be good, but don't. Why the steak, man? The
it's kinda
steak.
awful. It tastes like I'm shoving spoons of duck fat into my mouth. You know what? Let me just check something real quick on her account. Okay, guys, I feel like I don't need to say it, but this dish is not the main reason her husband married her. Disregarding my major
Ha,
mistake
ha,
on
ha.
the steak, or should I say my mistake, I'm still gonna
Get
give
out!
this a 6 out of 10. This
Someone
one
play
coming
the-
up is
the
gonna
sound
be our
effect.
last viral recipe. After this one, I'm gonna show you my own pasta recipe. So
Okay,
judging
let's
by
see what you
I'm doing
got.
right now. You already know it's gonna be a caramelized onion pasta. We're using white
What?
onions here because it's easier to cook and a little sweeter. Besides that, we're also gonna chop up
Caramelized
some
onion
sun-dried
pasta.
tomato into like a paste. Now the
Oh my
special
goodness.
variation about this recipe is that not only are we caramelizing onion, we're also caramelizing it with brown butter.
You're gonna burn the butter if you
So
do
it's
that.
doubly the deep flavor. Double dark, double
No.
fun, as I always say.
But Canoe. Okay, here's why you don't do that, right? brown butter, a lot of the milk solids are already cooked enough. So and caramelized and onions take a long time to caramelize. So at the end of this, you're just gonna have burnt butter, and that's never good. See?
When it gets a little bit jammy, to turn into a sauce, we'll add half a cup of heavy cream, a little pasta water, turn on high heat, some garlic,
Just
and
burned it, man.
Mix that in, we'll lay in our spaghetti. Finally, to complete everything, some pecorino on top. Again, you can adjust the consistency either with the cheese or you can simmer
Okay, it looks a lot better
meat,
now,
but
I'm
it
not gonna
smells
lie.
like there's meat in it, which means I gotta gobble it down.
What?
I don't think it's crazy to say, you gotta try it for yourself, but I think it tastes like Indomie, bro. With the caramelized onion, brown butter, herbs, and the seasonings from
If your spaghetti tastes like Indomie, then you fucked up.
before, it really recreates the feeling of like an Indomie pack. It tastes really good, but I'm not gonna eat too much because onions make me gassy, and my roommate doesn't like the silent but deadly. I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10.
I give it a 7.
My own recipe. I've been eating this dish every single day recently for
Damn,
convenience
now I'm
and
hungry.
health, and this recipe is something personal that I'm sharing with
Oh,
you.
hello.
So please take it seriously.
All right. Ah, what
we
the?
talked about this briefly before.
You think
The
you are,
reason why we
Bayashi?
rub salt on the skin of cucumber is to remove the stipples. It improves the flavor and texture of it. With the cucumbers in a bowl, we'll add
Tuna.
in
All
2
right.
whole cans
All right.
of
You
water-based
lose.
tuna.
Good
I feel
day,
like
sir.
canned tuna is so underrated. The macros
Personal.
are
I don't give a
insane and it
damn
makes
if
you
this is
full for
personal.
hours.
Why
Sometimes
would
even
you?
a whole day. And to that mixture, we'll add in 3
And there's the
tablespoons
mayonnaise,
of
of
light
course.
mayo, which is gonna be 110 calories, and a third
Italians,
cup of yogurt.
close
We're
your
using
eyes.
Des yogurt from the butter chicken video again.
Other
and just a
Italians,
little
close
bit
your
of
eyes.
Frank's
Frank's
Red
Red,
Hot,
of
depending on
course.
how much you like this, so I'm gonna drown it. Then we'll mix everything together. Usually I do a little bit of cream cheese, which is gonna
Brother,
be the
what are
hardest to
you
make, but with
doing?
yogurt, mayo, everything should come together really quickly. Don't add completely cold pasta. Don't add
The
hot, 'cause it's
cavatappi
gonna
again.
Smell really diabolical. Don't ask me how I found out. We'll continue the mixing this time a little
No.
gentler because we don't want to squish it. And
Pasta
this is it, guys. This is what I've
salad.
been eating for the past 2 weeks. Once I kill this whole bowl around 12
You didn't even
p.m.,
season
I'm pretty
it.
much stuffed until like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and I eat a little snack. If you switch it to non-fat Greek yogurt, you're gonna get over 100 grams of protein. Very convenient. The only downside is that every time I eat it, my mouth will smell like a fish market for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So I'll leave you here with another piece of life advice.
Canoe, I love you,
Always
buddy,
stock
but
up on
damn.
mints. Alright, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that was pasta dishes from Future Canoe. Some of them were good. Some of them were absolutely ghastly. Some of them were just mediocre. We got a whole bunch of other people who watch these videos of his, and honestly, I agree with him. He needs to be stopped. This ain't no damn mom's spaghetti. And we're just gonna find, you know what, we're gonna watch the most popular video on his channel. 6 viral fire noodle recipes. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna find other pasta recipes on his channel. Take a look. Pasta. Let's see. Uh-oh. What have we here? This is This is a carbonara recipe from Jamie Oliver. Oh boy. Everyone say your prayers now or forever hold your peace. This man right here has scarred me in a way I can never recover. The way he makes food, it hurts my soul. I know that he's British, but this is ridiculous. Okay, let's
We're
watch.
gonna make spaghetti carbonara. I want to give you what I think is the most authentic recipe.
Most
I always
authentic.
wanted to make the most authentic carbonara.
You only need 5 ingredients. Guanciale. Or
Okay.
There's pancetta.
What comes after or is what I
You got the guanciale right. Okay, so that's 1 point.
use.
Most people use Parmesan, but actually, the more classic is Pecorino Romano.
First time my default cheese is the required
You actually got it
one.
correct.
Free-range organic egg.
Eggs, yes.
Kirkland's cheapest eggs.
What the?
Pasta.
Pasta.
Spaghetti.
Black pepper.
Black pepper, okay.
Optional garlic.
No. Use garlic. Garlic good. Give flavor. Yummy.
Optional means not needed.
Grab the pasta, twist it into the water.
Grab
Okay, good
pasta,
technique.
Twist it
Wow,
into
I'm
the
actually
water.
liking this.
Nice job, team. Go on, Charlie.
What's Zuckerberg doing here?
No.
No.
The pan, it's cold.
Start with cold
No, 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 no. No smoked bacon. No bacon. What have I said?
pan to render the fat.
Oh, what have I
butter.
said?
Give the garlic a crack and then put it in the pan.
Guess I will go above and
Hey,
beyond.
you gotta
with
take the
time.
skin off.
Pepper in a pestle and mortar. Get a little
Ooh.
sieve. This is one
Okay.
of the most important little bits, and no one really does
Okay,
it.
interesting
And no
technique.
one really does it.
I'm gonna take a bowl and I'm gonna crack the egg.
You could just use a pepper grater, but you know.
The bowl and crack the egg.
A
Eggs.
little pecorino to that.
A little
Pecorino.
pecorino.
A little whisk up.
A little
Right.
whisk up.
We've
That's
got
how it should
dark.
look.
Go on, Charlie. You
Smooth.
want attitude and color.
Mine got color, but no attitude
That's
yet.
I'm
good.
gonna remove that garlic.
Remove
Smart.
garlic.
The heat off.
Did I just
And
call
you're gonna
Jamie
drag
Oliver
the
smart? Oh my
pasta.
god, what's happening?
Use the water to stop the frying.
Correct
Bit of
again.
water,
What
bit
the
of
hell?
water.
Drag the pasta. and
Okay,
use
but not
the
like
water
that,
to
though.
Stop the frying.
Use a
Bit of water,
spoon,
bit of
guy.
Water is
Ladle
what's
it.
gonna emulsify to become
Oh
a
my
creamy
God.
sauce.
More water then.
We're not frying anymore. Can you hear that?
I hear Italian hands coming at my face.
Only then can
Yeah.
we think about adding our
In a
egg.
minute.
Add egg mixture while tossing.
We add some more liquid.
A little more liquid. Okay, that's fine.
Ha ha.
That's the cream.
Oh, he got hit.
You get the cream.
Oh
Why is
my
mine so
goodness.
watery?
Actually did it.
Alright, more cheese.
He
then.
actually did it.
Carbonara.
I'm surprised.
Carbonara.
More pepper. Wow.
Wow, he actually made something edible. What do you know?
More pepper. Wow.
I'm so excited. Spaghetti. Carbonara.
Carbonara.
Eat it.
I'm excited
Bravo, mamma mia. What do you know?
too. Spaghetti.
This, it only looks bad because of the lighting. I promise.
Carbonara. Let's eat it.
I'm a jada. Hey. Da, 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 da.
Simple and satisfying. It only takes 5 ingredients and less than 20 minutes. Everybody should make this dish. Alright.
Bravo. Wow. Never thought I'd see the day where Jamie Oliver would make something good. After all the terrible, you know what? We're gonna take a look at some of his videos. Why not? He has a YouTube channel, right? Yup. Sure do. Take a look at some Italian recipes of his. Ooh, okay. Wait a minute. That's not even him. A lot of his Italian recipes are just some other guy. Okay. You know what? I'm actually going to end the stream here. Thanks to those who came out to watch. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for 800 subscribers. It's been such a good day. And I greatly appreciate those who watch the VOD and subscribe in the future. And let's get to 1,000. Yeah, maybe we get to if we get to 1,000 by my birthday, which is in July, by the way. You know what? That's gonna be a deadline. Why not? Let's set a goal for ourselves. Screw it. Thank you very much. I'll see you later, alligators. Goodbye, everybody.